Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Toon review for this afternoon's Matchday live between Newcastle United and Nottingham Forest. A huge game at St James's Park. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Billy will be with us very soon, and hopefully start before the game, and we'll get to hear what he's got to say as well before this crunch game against Nottingham Forest. Team news is a little bit iffy, I have to say. When I've looked at it, it's interesting. I'll give him that. However, we'll come on to that in a moment. But if you do enjoy today's show, please give it the thumbs up as usual. And of course, if you are new to the channel, please think about subscribing. Let's see what we can finish on today as we head towards 36,500 subscribers. You do have to be a subscriber to take part in the chat on Matchday Live, but hopefully you like what you see and you'll hit that subscribe button. So thank you in advance for that. And of course, you can support the channel in the usual two ways. First of all, via membership, which is the join button just below myself. And of course, super chats are available as well. That's the $ at the bottom of the live comments. So please do. That will guarantee your comment to be read out on the show, by the way, as well. Billy joins me. Told you it wouldn't be too long. Good afternoon, buddy.
Good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon to all the Magpie Massive and everyone out there in Viewerland.
Absolutely. And a big thank you to Mamaroo Records for continuing to sponsor the channel, of course, based in Whitley Bay for all your musical needs, your vinyls, your CDs, your music merchandise. They do a little bit of sports merch as well. And of course, gift cards as well. If you can't get to the shop in Whitley Bay Town Centre, check them out online. That is pinned at the top of the description. Well, Billy, I've had some awful problems with the graphics before I've got started. I tried to message the lads, but I haven't had a reply yet. Just basically, it's showing as everything I try and change in the back room is showing up as rejected. But I've managed to get it on, so we'll see how long it goes for. But we'll just have to do what we did last time and make my screen bigger and yours smaller. If you know.
Yeah, no problems. No problem at all.
Anyway, we got a super chat off the bat from Keith Truscott. Looking at the team sheet, my Sunday has taken a nosedive, let alone my confidence. Very worried now. And Johnny NUFC's been a member for 18 months on the channel. Seeing the lineup, I'm not looking forward to this. Well, let's dive in, shall we, Mr. Trey, and have a look at the lineups. This is how Newcastle line up. They go with Nick Pope in goal, Cher, Gordon, Isak, Hall, Livramento, Murphy, Willock, Byrne, Bruno, and Miley. The bench, Dubravka, Trippier, Tonali, Wilson, Barnes, Target, Kraft, Asula, Longstaff. Now, there's a few things to talk about there, obviously, Billy. Goalkeeping change. He's brought Nick Pope back. I think that's disgusting. Fabian Cher keeps his place. Tonali's got a little bit of a muscle problem, so he's only on the bench. What do you make of it?
Well, I expect because Tonali has that little bit of a knock and can't start, then he needs a sweeper keeper in. That's my reasoning for Pope being in. Yeah. However, we did kind of say he'd be in anyway during the week, didn't we? So yeah, Cher. We knew he wouldn't get dropped. And the midfield three is now Willock, who should have been dropped, Bruno, and Miley. I must be honest, it's a bit worrying.
It's not the strongest midfield of all time, but I mean, Miley's in for a big day today. Willock needs to pull his finger out without a shadow of a doubt. And we need to see Cher step up because, I mean, he's just been non-existent. For Nottingham Forest, this is how they line up at St James's Park. Matt Sells, they go with Murillo, Williams, Anderson, Gibbs, White, Wood, Hudson-Odoi, Dominguez, Alanga, Milenkovic, and Arna. Billy. Yeah,
very strong side, isn't it? Lots of threats in there, but it's going to be up to us to play our best and kind of, it's going to be a hard game. But I think we can still get a result out of it. Threats all over the place and Forest side, strong defence. Yeah, but maybe Matt Salles can have a bit of a relapse and have a bit of a deja vu moment at St James's Park.
Yeah, come back to St James's. Yeah, let's pray for that. Ian Bradley with the super chat. Have a great show, lads. How are the lads? Cheers, mate. And Jeff Rath with the super chat. What are we doing here? Giving up the league? And Keith Truscott again says, pray Forest don't turn up at all today. At least it's not Longstaff. Well, I guess we get an idea, Billy, of where Longstaff is now in the pecking order.
Yeah, he's bottom of the list now, isn't he? Which we kind of all thought anyway with how we've been playing. Yeah, Molly deserves to play after last week's performance.
Yeah. Dean, sorry, I'll come on to that one. I do take it, I've got we are getting absolutely pumped today. Howe has not learned a thing. Anderson is going to prove a massive point on him being sold. Need a big performance from Bruno today after last week.
Yes.
I agree with that 100%.
Well, it's not just Bruno, it's the whole 11.
The whole 11, absolutely. Chris says, I usually don't like to be negative, but I think we're in trouble today. Share is a liability and Willock offers nout. Long game ahead. Well, let's just hope, let's give them a benefit of the doubt before the game, and let's just... The Dubravka one is, I find, wrong. I mean, there you go, Martin. Sign a new contract, and you're dropped. I think he's done nothing wrong to be dropped, and yeah, Tonali's missing, but I do feel sorry for Dubravka. I really do. Jamstasher says, good morning. Why is Tonali on the bench? Is he carrying a knock? Yes, he is. He has a slight muscle problem. Lesnide says, afternoon all. Hope our striker is the good story today and not theirs. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Jeffrey Brunt, thank you for your super chat. No comment there, but much appreciated. Choppy's confident, Billy.
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous. People saying that we're going to lose before the game started.
Exactly. Yeah, come on, have a bit of faith, guys.
I'm still positive. I think we've got good enough players on that pitch to win the game. Simple as that.
Yeah. Well, how many times have we done this, Billy? When we've written Newcastle United off, and
exactly.
They've ended up playing a really good performance. Lawrence says Tonali can't be injured. He may have to come on in minutes. If there was an injury, he's warming up now. Muscle injury, my arse. It's a strange one, isn't it? I mean, if he's not fit enough to start the game, but he's right. If there's any injuries, Billy, he's going to have to come on.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a strange one, that, isn't it?
Maybe he won't come on. Maybe maybe he's just short that short numbers. He's got to put him on the bench, but
yeah. It is a very strange one. Scott, who's been a member for a month, Scott would have went 4-4-2 without Tonali and J7. Forest have our number in this system. How are the lads?
They have done once.
Keith with another super chat says the way Willock has been this season, Forest going to have a great day going through our midfield. I have to say, Billy, I am pretty damn worried about the midfield. I can't lie. I mean, it's there for all to see.
Yeah, and the lack of pace in the sense of our defence also adds to that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I know Chris ain't the quickest, but we saw last season him out pace up centre back and got himself a hat trick. So this time though, we've got Nick Pope, who will be the sweeper keeper and will kind of stop that run. So yeah, let's hope we can control midfield with Bruno and Miley and Willock contributed. Willock's not a poor player. He's having a poor run at the minute. Yeah. Maybe it's going to click for him today.
Well, let's hope so. Frieden says Pope makes perfect sense. Forest will only counter, no press, so don't need dupes today. Pope is a better shot stopper. Nick Pope has played more with Chris Wood. Perhaps that is the player here. He knows him better. I'm turning on a kickoff. Can't stand the Liverpool loving, which will be going on. Yeah, it is going on. Just to remind everybody, I'm watching it on Sky, but I'm watching it online, so I will be slightly behind. So as usual with any of the Sky games, guys, when you get the kickoff before me, just hit pause and wait till I say, right, we're underway. Then hit play on your TV, and we will all be in sync for the rest of the show. It's a common thing now on here. If you don't want to do that and you're watching the game, please do not put any spoilers in the chat. You will be removed by the mods. We don't want to do that because there's only subscribers can chat in the live chat today. So please, you're a subscriber to the channel. Have respect for the people that are listening to the commentary that can't watch the game and things like that. So thank you in advance for that, guys. But if you want to be in sync with me and Billy, just pause your TV just before kickoff. I'll say, right, we're underway. And then everybody hit play on their TVs. And away we go, guys. Super chat from RA. Might need Bruno to go back to the 8th position for this one. I mean, how do you think that midfield is gonna look today, Billy?
I think it might alternate between Miley and Bruno. It certainly won't be Willock.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Miley or Bruno. I prefer to see Miley there more of the time than Bruno and do what Tonali does. But he's more athletic, isn't he? He's got more pace. He's got more, kind of physical attributes to get back in position and stuff.
Absolutely.
But is he mature enough to play that role for 90 minutes? Well, he's mature way ahead of his year, so I would say so. But I think that Bruno will probably play most of the roles as a 6.
Yeah,
if I'm perfectly honest.
Case Ball with a super chat. Thank you, mate. Have a great show. 6 points in the next 2 games. How are the lads? That's confidence for you. Tonali bench because his head is at Juventus. That is a load of crap. Don't be so silly. Chris at Evermore says there's more chance of me clicking with my Ajama, Billy. Well, good luck with that, mate. The Snide says Forrester a good test. The lads should be up for it. Yes, they should.
It's a 6 pointer. It's a 6 pointer, isn't it?
Of course it is. Yeah,
I was all went yesterday in our favour.
Yeah,
if we win today, we're back really chasing for that 4th place. So
100%. Spike Milligan with a super chat saying, with this lineup, how is out to lose? Oh dear. Michael says, if we don't get the result we need today, is how back under pressure, as I have to admit some strange selections today. Well, it's 3 and 4 defeats in the Premier League. If we lost today, that would be 4 and 5. That is not good enough. But again, we ask the question, will we see the team from the Carabao or the Premier League of late? But we haven't kicked off yet. Let's just look forward to it and hope that we really get going today. Interestingly enough, Billy, just watching the warm-ups there, it's interesting that John Ruddy is actually sort of testing Dubravka on Pope on the crosses and getting in his way and things.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
He's definitely been brought in as a sort of coach and keeper this season, no doubt about it.
Yep.
Edward Gaunt with a super chat. Thank you, Edward. I'm worried Forest may have a stronger midfield. Willock has to deliver.
Agreed.
Well, there's definitely some pressure on him. Paul says we need more possession today, means we can control the game better. Don't ever want to see that crap against City ever again. Well, the thing is, Billy, I mean, I've heard various things this morning about, we'll get them on the counter-attack and things like that. I don't want us to play like that. I want us to go on the front foot and beat this team today.
Yeah, absolutely. But we've just got to be careful of how because they are there for us to do that. Obviously, they're set up to play in transition. So we have to be careful. We have to be disciplined. We can't all go in gung-ho. We have to leave some defensive cover back. So we have to be disciplined in doing it. But I agree with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris says, just for anyone that wants to know, Gillette's the ref and Peter Banks the VAR. Oh, quality. George says, it's blowing a gale where I am. Could have a bearing on how the game goes. I mean, I'm looking at the players warming up, and it's not. I mean, I'm judging by hairstyles blowing around and things, Billy. I mean, there is a breeze, but the thing is, with St James's Park being as big as it is, sometimes the wind doesn't play a factor. And I'm not putting. I mean, listen, Arteta will use them kind of excuses. Let's not us. You know what I mean? Johnny says, I'm fucking sick of Howe's excuses. They had better turn up the day, though. I can't see it with the dead wood in our squad. There's not a lot of confidence going on in the chat, Billy.
We've just answered one of Howe's excuses, and the deadwood in the squad. It's not his fault, is it? It's not Eddie Howe's fault. There's deadwood in the squad. Just no one wants them. Yeah, absolutely. Alan says, I just cannot understand the Willock situation. He's done very little for months. This doesn't look good in my eyes. I hope Pope is up for this. No one else, Alan. Would you rather see Longstaff in there?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Just show a shot at keepers, and Dubes looks so pissed off. I can understand him being pissed off. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, I understand for Nick Pope coming out and sweep a keeping, but his distribution is absolute poo.
So no press. It doesn't matter, does it?
Well, but there might be, Billy. Look who they've got on the wings. I mean, they're not short of a bit of pace.
Yeah, but they don't play with the press, as Statso said with his stats of the night. That it's, Chris Wood ain't going to press, is he? So,
but what's to say they don't change that up today, Billy?
Well, they
know what I mean? They could do, yeah. Aiden says we're going to struggle. Well, last time I saw the chat like this, Billy, we went out and played really well. So let's hope. Niall says it's bonkers that Willock starts after getting hauled off at half-time last week. Well, he's got nobody else, though, has he? I mean,
let's play Sean.
I mean, Longstaff would not give you the same as Willock does going forward. We just have to hope that Willock turns up today. which granted he hasn't done in recent times, but this is his opportunity, and he has to. He has to. Johnny says, if we don't get European football and not win a cup this season, how can get fucking gone? The owners are in the stands today as well, Billy. Of course, they're in they're on Tyneside, watching the game today, and then finalising stadium plans.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it?
Where do you lie? Where do you lie, Billy? Are you still? I know your heart's with St James's Park. I think everybody's is, but the realization that a new stadium is pretty much a necessity, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. And I was quite happy for them to move a few yards into Lees's Park, a few yards left as you look at it into Lees's Park. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Just swap Lees's Park for St James's Park, and there you go. But I don't want to be too far away. We'll see. With all this kind of chat, all the stuff in the chat, this negativity, maybe we should reduce the capacity.
Nick Thornton with a super chat saying 3 points is a must. How are the lads? Simon Muller, a member for 11 months on the channel. We lose the game we think we should win, and win the game we think we won't. We win today 2-1. That's better, Simon. That's better. Why is Tonali on the bench? Says Looney Toon. He's got a muscle problem. I'd love to see Ruddy play with a dressing gown. Yeah,
interesting.
That would be hilarious. Venomega says, "Fear not, lads. Watching the game wearing Bruno's name on my back. We've never lost when I've done so."
Good man.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Another super chat in from Ricky Thomas. If it wasn't for Doobs, we wouldn't be where we are in the table. Nick No Hope Pope. Wow. Johnny NUFC says, I hate being negative, but Shea doesn't deserve to start, and bringing Pope back is risky. I mean, there's always, bringing Nick Pope back is risky, in my opinion. There's always an element of risk in it. Let's hope that risk pays off. As for Fabian Shea, I would have happily seen Emil Kraft start today, and I wouldn't have been unhappy about that, Billy.
I agree, but it was never going to happen, was it? He's one of the first names on his team sheet, and if we know anything about Eddie, he's loyal to the nth degree. Maybe too loyal. Yeah,
indeed. Righty Red says could get blown away up there in the away end, high in the heavens. Yes, it'll be breezy up there, almost touching the clouds. Peter says we're losing 3-1 to them again. Backline without Botman is very concerning. Even our long-term subscribers, Billy, are even saying the chat is. I've never seen this for a long time. I guess that performance last week has put a lot of doubt in people's minds, Billy. That's the problem, isn't it?
This is what it is. It's all on the back of last week's performance. And then the week after we're playing, some would say, not quite at full strength. So,
well, yeah. No signings, says Dave. And this was somebody's gamble with injuries and suspensions. So we will have to see what happens. Eddie sees them every day. He knows best. Let's hope so. Hi, Paul. As you said, the big boys are there watching today. Yeah. Super chat in again from Keith. Thank you very much, Keith. I read somewhere that there's another option on the table of doing nothing other than a lick of paint. If we don't get a new stadium, then it will be financial suicide for us.
Yeah, it's really an option. I think that's just ridiculous, wouldn't it?
Well, the thing is, Billy, I said yesterday on that little video I did, if we do stay at St James's Park and just up the capacity by just under 8,000, that's doing nobody any favours.
No, not really, no.
And nothing will happen. Certainly the revenue won't have changed or anything like that, for that matter.
No.
Mauritian Magpie, member for 15 months. Thank you very much, mate. Come on, let's bring some positivity, people. We've got this 3-1. That's better. Nick Thornton, if you remember, Eddie used the wind as an excuse last time we played Forest, which was laughable. Well, I don't think he'll do that again because he got laughed out of town for saying that. George T, joining you today for the match. Thank you, George. Hope you're okay, my man. Paul Sprague says Forest will sit back and try and hit us on the break, and they've got the players to do it, Billy. I mean, who in particular are you worried about for them?
Well, good lot of it, really.
There's
and the defense is really strong, so they can play that way. They can soak up and try and hit on the break. You know, the Gibbs Whites, your Andersons, the Langers, Hudson-Odoi, and even Chris Wood is. I mean, I've just done a stat on there earlier that he scored nearly half Forest goal this year. If you keep Chris Wood quiet, chances are we'll win the game.
Yeah. I mean, he'll be buzzing for today, won't he, Chris Wood? Because the form he's in, he will fancy a goal or two against Sharon Byrne.
100% he will, yeah. Yeah, he will. He'll no doubt about it. He'll have fond memories of last year. But there you go. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Uncle Buzzcock says, I'll be back at halftime. Love your commentary, but I can never match it up on my service. Emma says, come on now, please stop with the negativity. Let's all think positive. What are you going for today, Billy?
I said 2-0 in the preview show. Yeah, I'm not so sure now.
Well, I said 3-2. So
I'm going to stick with my original prediction, but yeah, my prediction was based with Tonali playing and things like that.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit tougher.
I mean, there was rumours came out about Tonali yesterday afternoon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, who releases that information?
Don't know.
Well, we're very, very close to kickoff, by the way, guys. 5 minutes away. As I will repeat, I'm watching it online as well through Sky, but I will be a couple of seconds behind the main broadcast on the TV. So if you want to be in sync with me and Billy throughout the game, please pause your TV just about at kickoff. I'll then say, right, we're underway when my stream starts, and we'll all be in sync for the rest of the show. You don't have to do that, of course, but if you don't, please don't put any spoilers in the chat, or the mods will remove you, and we don't want them to do that. You're all subscribers who are in the chat, so please have respect for those people that are just watching the normal show and listening to the commentary and can't watch the game on TV. It's all about respect. So thank you very much for that, everybody. But please do keep subscribing. If you are new to the channel and you like what you see, we're trying to get as close to 36,500 as we can today. So please do come and join this fabulous community that we have on the Toon Review. Graham Ritchie with a super chat saying, greetings from the Cayman Islands. Tough game today. Important we get off to a fast start. 2-1 the Toon. Where are the Cayman Islands, Billy?
Caribbean-ish.
The Caribbean.
But just nice to say, Ali Anderson and Chris would have both gone down the whole of the tunnel and shook hands with every Newcastle player before they started.
Oh, well, thanks for the spoilers, Billy.
Well, you'll see in a minute yourself at some point.
I guess I will. In that case, I must be good while behind you here, Billy. I'm wondering whether I switch to our normal service, Billy, and see what...
Yeah, try it, see.
Yeah, I'm seeing it now, but I may just bear with us. Why not? Give it a shot, eh? Give it a shot.
You never know.
Well, you never know.
I think you'll be ahead of where you think. I think you'll be surprised.
Right. What have you got at the minute, Billy?
Oh, just going down the lineups. Bruno's about to start shaking hands with the Nottingham Forest team.
Right. Well, I'm not that far behind you on this one. To be honest, I'm still in the tunnel on Now TV, so I'm going to switch that one off and go to our normal provider. Yeah, the camera's going down the teams now, so I'm not far behind you in this one.
No.
Michael McIntyre with the super chat. Hi all, had a dream last night. We won 5-1, Toon. And Mark Mullins with a super chat. Just watching Sky Sports, Daniel Sturridge just said he'd be surprised if Isak is with us next season. What an absolute bell end. It's the Sky's agenda, man. That's what it is, Billy. It's simply Sky's agenda.
They'll be pushing him with Liverpool and etc. Now you can guarantee that.
Yeah. Oh,
Wednesday night.
On Wednesday. God. Yeah. Oh, man, it'll be Isak. What do you think? Isak in a red shirt and all of this kind of crap. You just know what you're going to expect. And it's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Anyway, I've just had the Newcastle team up on the screen, Billy.
Yep. You're not far behind.
No, I'm not. I mean, I don't get it how Now TV is so far behind the main. It's the same broadcaster. It's weird, that. It's weird. But anyway, I went 3-2, I think, in the preview, Billy. I'll probably stick with that. I think there'll be goals in this. However, remember, they've got a fantastic centre-back system with, Milenkovic there, and of course, Murillo. Is it Murillo? Yes, it is.
Murillo, yeah. Two really good players. Complement each other fantastically well as well.
Yep. And 3 behind Chris Wood, of course, which Hudson-Odoi, Elanga, and of course, Gibbs White. So they've got a lot of positive going forward, Nottingham Forest. Oh dear. We are ready for kickoff, guys. We are very ready for kickoff. Remember, just pause your TV just before kickoff if you want to be in sync with me and Billy. And we can all enjoy the match together. Together. We want to be together. I can't remember what that was from.
It was a bank advert, wasn't it? Something?
Was it a bank advert? Was it something?
I want to be in the garden.
I want to be in the. I want to be a tree.
Yeah.
Dear me. Well, we are attacking the Gallagher second half.
Looks like Bruno's won a toss then.
No, sorry. We're attacking the Gallagher first half.
Oh,
he's lost the toss again. He's lost the bloody toss again, Billy.
Unbelievable.
What's gone on, Lyco?
Unbelievable.
He certainly ain't won many tosses this season, by the way.
No, he hasn't.
Nottingham Forest playing in light blue, by the way, today. So
it gives us a bit of deja vu from last Saturday with a bit of bad. We don't want that to kind of happen, do we?
Absolutely. Just change their shirts around. Right, it's Newcastle United who will kick off.
Put me on small as well.
Yes, I will. I will as soon as I hit start on the stream thing, Billy. So the clock goes. Almost ready for kickoff. Waiting of Alexander Isak, the referee checking both ends. Goalkeepers are ready. Come on, let's get this one underway. And we're off. Here we go. Newcastle United, Nottingham Forest. Oh.
Interesting.
That ain't worked, Billy. Neither's that one. Neither's that one. There we go.
There we go.
We got there eventually. I don't know what the hell was going on there, Bill.
Very odd.
Anyway, we're underway. And Newcastle at the minute attacking with Isak. And it's a ball down the left for Willock. Willock gets to the byline, keeps the ball in. And now back to Anthony Gordon. Gordon inside for Lewis Hall. Back to Anthony Gordon. Cuts inside. Looking for Miley. Took a bit of a heavy touch there. Forest regained the ball. It's cleared long and high, but not the best of clearances. That's straight out of play. That'll do us.
Yeah, no start from Newcastle. That moved down the left.
Yeah.
It looked very sharp and crisp passing. It looked good.
Yeah, it certainly did. And here's Anthony Gordon, who's wanting the ball very early in this game. Good ball out to this near side to Livramento. He has Murphy now. Murphy takes one touch, cuts inside into Miley. Miley tries to spin, but he's tackled. And Forrest clear, but again, it's a very poor clearance straight to Bruno. And now Murphy again. Murphy to Miley. And that's calmly now back to Fabian Schär. Just on the halfway line now. Inside again for Miley. Calmly back to Fabian Schär. And then all the way back for the first touch of the game for the returning Nick Pope, Billy.
Yes.
And now Lewis Hall. Down the line for Gordon. Gordon cuts inside on his right foot again. Good low pass. Lovely touch as well by Alexander Isak. Sends Hall away. Hall is tackled. That's going to be a corner to Newcastle. But a very good little move that, Billy. Lovely first time ball into Lewis Hall from Isak.
Yeah, the triumvirate of Gordon, Isak and Hall is working really well so far.
Yeah.
And the corner kick for Newcastle.
Good defending, but I think Lewis Hall would have taken that. Lovely little move. And it's Anthony Gordon to take the corner. Over on the far side. Just over a couple of minutes gone. No score on Matchday Live. Elliot Anderson marking Dan Byrne, Billy.
Interesting.
In comes the corner. It's a very good corner. Isak hooks it back across and it's fired away. And Forrest now can get a break on here. Gibbs White. Nice little bit of play, but he was under a lot of pressure and gives the ball away straight away to Lewis Hall. But it's kind of looks how we know the game's going to go, Billy. Forest is very much counter-attack.
Something I mentioned Thursday night about having fullbacks back and defending. Both fullbacks end with the last two. Yeah. Good tactics from Eddie Howe, that.
I have to say, the Elliot Anderson, Mark and Dan Burn one, bit of a strange one, Billy. But, hey, it is what it is. It's not our problem. Here is Dan Burn now back in his defensive position, bringing the ball out. Has a look, see what's available. Only Lewis Hall is. Little 1-2 with Burn. Dan Burn now brings it forward. 1-2 with Gordon. Burn looking for the outlet pass. Tried to go diagonal, but it was blocked. Willock takes that down really well. Now Joe Willock down the left-hand side. Good work by Willock. He's still going, Joe Willock. And he's got a left foot cross in. It's very deep, but it's Matt Sells has fumbled it terribly, and it's gone behind for a corner.
Deja vu.
Oh, dear me, Matty Sells.
Brilliant from Willock, though. He started the game really well. Yeah. I don't know what to get a crossing like that there. And I don't know what Sells was doing, to be fair.
Yeah, he's totally fluffed it, hasn't he? He's totally fluffed it. Under no pressure at all. That's a simple catch for him. And it slips out his hands. I tell you what, if he was in front of goal, Billy, that would have dropped in the net, wouldn't it?
Imagine that.
Whew.
No doubt he's receiving some good ear rape from the Gallagher behind him now.
Oh, without a doubt. Gordon takes it short to Lewis Hall. Back to Anthony Gordon. And that's a terrible ball in from Gordon. He's completely sliced it behind for a goal kick. But positive start in his first 5 minutes, Billy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, without a doubt, we've looked a better side by a country mile, haven't we? Forest have hardly had the ball. We've been fast in our attacking. Gordon and Isaac and Hall on the left-hand side. Yeah, it's been a really good start from Newcastle. Yep,
certainly has. But still, it is goalless. Just over 4.5 gone. Matchday Live, the Toon Review. Welcome, everybody. Sells goes long with a goal kick. And Livramento jumps into fresh air. Now a chance for Forest to break. And it's Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi. Good pressure that by Newcastle. Oh, he's got it back. Good little bit of play to Williams. And now Elliot Anderson. Anderson now trying to dictate things for Forest midfield. All the way back to Milenkovic. And now Murillo. Anderson wanting the ball again. Murillo says, not yet, matey. Clips the ball forward. That's a good ball. Gibbs wide, but that's not a great ball from him. And Newcastle have it back with Murphy. And Murphy's done really well to win a throw in there.
Yep, he did.
Just signed with a new agency, Murphy, Billy. One of the, their slogan is, looking after the football's elite.
Well, there you go.
So, yeah. Oh, that's a giveaway. Forest with a chance with Hudson-Odoi, and he scored! Scratch my back with a hacksaw. What position was Nick Pope in there, Billy? He was miles to the other side of the goal.
No, I'm fast. It's gone at such a slow rate as well. You know, I don't know how it happened.
The cameras are panning on Jacob Murphy. Yeah, I'm not sure what the hell happened there. But something's gone drastically wrong. Nick Pope was way out of position.
Yeah, he was.
Here it is again. It's Livramento with the throw. Oh, Murphy loses it. But what, Nick Pope's position?
Well, I mean, Nick Pope can't be expecting that to happen, can he? Let's be honest.
Well, no, Billy, but he has time to get back in position. Well, yeah. Look how long he's got.
He's clearly not expecting this shot, is he? And no one close.
Way to the left.
Nobody's closing. I mean, Dan Burn should get closer as well. He doesn't. That's just a shit show all round, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Oh, dear me. I'm sorry, Billy. I have to pick up I know Murphy lost the ball there, but Nick Pope was way out of position.
Yeah, he was.
He had time to check his pulse and see where he was. I mean, don't take anything away from the strike from Hudson-Odoi. It was excellent, but that is shocking from Newcastle. And we find ourselves 1-0 down. Forest's first real attack of the game after we've had a very positive start. And we oh, dear me. Burns gone down there with a clash with Chris Wood. And I think it was accidental. I mean, I don't think Chris Wood's that type of player, to be honest, Billy. But again, lapse in defence, poor goalkeeping, and we end up a goal down.
Just shit show all round, wasn't it? I mean, I don't know what Jacob Murphy's trying to do. And I don't know what Nick Pope's doing. I don't know what Dan Burns is doing. Again, it was the shock of Murphy losing the ball, and the players didn't react nowhere near quick enough, did they?
Yeah, but that's the whole point. You've got to react, Billy.
Surely
you've got to react quickly to those sort of things. Anyway, we're coming forward, ball into the box, cleared away. I'm just trying to keep an eye on whether that scoreboard's going to change, Billy. We'll keep a close eye on it. If not, I'll manually adjust it. Oh, however, Forest are leading by 1-0. I'm going to change it because it's annoying me. It's not letting me, Billy. Oh, no, because I haven't turned manual scores on. There you go. That should have changed now. But we have a free kick on the far side, Billy. And Lewis Hall and Gordon are over this. And now we're up against it yet again. Seems to be forever taking a while. Here's Lewis Hall's free kick. It's a good one. And well defended, actually. I think it's Chris Wood, Billy, that got a header on that under tremendous pressure. That's nice from Murphy. Not a good ball, though. Butcher with a super chat. Always been Eddie out. His favourites do us in. I mean, let's not panic yet. We're only sort of 9 minutes into the game, folks. There's plenty time to go yet. But we just give the opposition a real boost.
Well, they've done nothing yet, have they? Absolutely nothing, and they won up.
Yeah. Well, that's got to... Hey, he kicked the ball away there. I think Anthony Gordon's trying to make that point, but the referee's having none of it.
Well, Anthony Gordon got sent off doing that, didn't he? So,
yeah. I mean, Dominguez's challenge there looked like it was shoulder to shoulder. We've just seen it again.
Yeah,
I think Bruno's gone down very easy there. But, however, we win a free kick, and Bruno is going to take it into the penalty area again, looking for Cher. And it's come to Miley, and it's deflected just wide.
Did it come off Dan Burn?
No, it's a corner. It's hit a Forest player, Murillo. I mean, that was goal-bound, Billy. It was goal-bound.
It was. But we are creating chances. We are looking dangerous.
Yeah, I think Burn might have been given for offside because he was blocking.
Yeah, luckily enough, it was blocked, and we're going to get a corner out of it.
Yeah, great technique by Miley, though. But another corner for Newcastle. We've certainly had plenty of opportunities in the first 10 minutes. No direct ones, but we've had a lot of the ball. And it's Chris Wood again for Nottingham Forest to clear that ball. Murphy now for Newcastle. And it's not a great ball. Livramento has to go all the way back and gives it to Nick Pope. Pope now launches one forward. That's a good ball, actually, by Nick Pope. Byrne did well, and Byrne's done very well to win a throw-in as well. Great work from Dan Byrne. And now it's Tino Livramento. Bruno. Forced to turn. Good work there by Gibbs White. Fabian Cher now clips the ball forward. It's not a great ball by him either. Chris Gufflick with a super chat. Doob's new contract dropped. Pope concedes. Shock. 82% possession in the first 11 minutes of this game for Newcastle.
We started really well.
Yeah. Miley clips it out now to Tino Livramento. And now, it's not great play by Willock. He can't hang on to the ball there, and it's cleared away again by Forest up towards Chris Wood. He wins the header, but only flicks it on to Dan Byrne. And now Jacob Murphy. Murphy now cuts inside, but he's lost the ball again. Hasn't had the greatest of starts, Jacob Murphy, Billy.
Well, yeah, he's the major fault for the goal. And yeah, he's confident, but maybe he's a bit overconfident there.
Dominguez plays it all the way back now to Matt Sells, who's had one little scare for himself when he dropped the ball. Had he been standing in front of his own net, it would have dropped in the goal instead of out for a corner. Here's Gordon. Played. Nice play inside to Miley. Gordon taken out after the play. Miley to Murphy. Murphy rattles one across. And, Isak, I think if he'd got his head to that, it would have ended up in the tyne. He really drilled that ball, Billy.
It's the ball cross. You started the game, and we're going back to the bad old days of Jacob Murphy's first touch. If it's bad, he's going to be awful, isn't it? And his first touch today, he's given a goal away. So, of course, knows what he's going to end up as.
It was a very strange height for Isak, because it was one of them where he just didn't know whether to head it or volley it. It was sort of in no man's land. But just over 12 and a half gone at St James's Park. It's Newcastle 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Hudson-Odoi scoring from a Jacob Murphy error, but I have to say, where was the goalkeeper, defender? I mean, it was just a shit show again, and it seems to be that that's the goals we concede. Now here's Willock, though, pushing forward again. Willock cuts inside on his right foot into Miley. Miley with a shooting chance, gives it wide, though, to Murphy. Murphy drills it in low this time, cleared by Murillo again. Miley with a header, bouncing around in the Nottingham Forest penalty area. Miley gets there again. This time Milenkovic, there's head tennis going on here in Newcastle's penalty area. Lewis Hall then finally gets it to Gordon on the floor. Gordon cuts back on his right foot, then spins. Great turn by Gordon into the penalty area. Arna's taken down, free kick to Nottingham Forest. And the referee is not very happy. Sorry, the fan's not very happy with that.
No, nor am I. He made a tackle, went down from it. Well, he's not touched it.
There is no foul in that at all. At all. Nah, not for me. That's clever play by Arna, though, to win a free kick and take the pressure off. Because Forest have been under pressure in the opening moments of this game, despite being a goal ahead. It's been Newcastle who've been on the hunt. Although we still haven't forced Matt Sells into a save yet, Billy. That's the problem. Murphy now nods it down to Livramento. Livramento takes a touch. Now Murphy again. That's a terrible ball by Murphy. Murillo intercepts, and he gives it straight to Willock. Dear me. Murphy needs to wake the hell up here. And now it's Livramento driving forward. Murphy available. Here is Jacob Murphy, and he's give it to NUFC. Oh, dear. Billy.
This is as bad as it gets, really, from Jacob so far.
He's had a dreadful start. What a touch that is by Eddie Howe, by the way.
Yeah, get him on.
Murphy waiting for Livramento to come and take the free kick. Yeah, it's the old Jacob Murphy so far in the opening quarter of this game, which we do not want to see. But there's plenty time. There's plenty time. Fabian Schär spins. And now back to Dan Burn in his own half. Deep in his own half. But there's no need for Forest now to press and to press high, Billy, and waste valuable energy. There's no need for them to do that.
No, they can sit back, soak up, and just go for the long counter attack, isn't it? Which is what they do anyway.
Yeah. Great play by Gordon again, but this time Bruno can't take it. Now it's out to the left again, looking for Odoi, but that's well covered by Fabian Schär. Good reading of the game, that by Fabian. And now Miley cuts inside. And now Bruno. Bruno has Lewis Hall over on the left-hand side available. Hall now. Good run from Isak in the channel. Isak on the edge of the left-hand side of the penalty box. Looking to jinking and jiving. Cuts in on his right. Clips it across. And again, Forest defend it well with Milenkovic. Bruno. And now Murphy finds himself on that far side. Murphy to Gordon. Hall. Murphy. Working in a triangle there. Waiting for... Well, I think to be fair to Jacob Murphy there, Billy, he saw Anthony Gordon look as if he was going to start a run, so he played it first time and Gordon stopped. So a little unfortunate that for Murphy this time around.
I don't think he's passed the ball to one of our players yet, has he?
No. Yes, I'd agree with that, Billy. Unfortunately, he hasn't. Oh dear. 16 and a half minutes gone. It's still Newcastle 0, Forest 1. Hudson-Odoi early in the game. Please do subscribe if you're new to the channel. Bottom right-hand corner. Come and be part of our wonderful community. And don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed the commentary, guys. Magpie Gamer says, what the F are we losing again? Yes, we are. But we actually haven't played too bad. It's just, I mean, we haven't, it's not brilliant, Billy, by any stretch, but we haven't played too bad, but we've yet to test Matt Sells.
Well, he tested himself, didn't he?
He tested himself, yeah. But that comes to something when we're relying on the goalkeeper to test himself rather than us.
Yeah.
As Gordon plays it back to Dan Burn, across to Schär. Burn again. Slowly bringing it out, but still in our own half at the moment with the ball. Fabian Schär. Forest are just happy to say, right, well, you can knock it around there all day long. We don't care.
Of course they are.
Byrne now advances forward a bit. Lewis Hall. Back to Dan Byrne, just inside his own half. Brings it over the halfway line now. Goes through a gap. Nice run by Dan Byrne. Feeds it into Willock. Byrne continued his run, but please get back in defence. And Hall's had to go all the way back to Nick Pope. And now Share. And again, Chris Wood just hanging back, saying, well, we're quite happy for you knocking the ball around. John Cook says, this reminds me of our early games. Nice in possession, but no penetration up top and one sloppy error costing us.
There you go. That's statistic there. They haven't touched the ball out penalty area yet.
Yep.
And yet they're still winning.
Indeed. They'll be perfectly happy with the way the game's gone so far. Murphy has it now just over the halfway line. That's a much better looking ball. That's a great ball actually in for Livramento. And Gordon just can't get on the end of it.
How unlucky is that?
It was a brilliant ball from Livramento. That's brilliant from Lewis Hall now. Hall, he's got Willock in support. Hall trying to get to the byline. Whips it across. Milenkovic blocks it. And Forest clear. But a brilliant ball from Murphy, Billy. Then really good ball across from Livramento.
Yeah.
And just out. I mean, it just sort of deflects off Gordon, doesn't it? It could have gone anywhere there, but he was just arriving a bit too late.
Really unfortunate. Just bad luck. Great move. And they want to attack again here, Paul.
We are. Murphy cuts inside now, just on the edge of the penalty area. Still Jacob Murphy. And then he gives it away. But it comes back to Willock. Willock stabs it out left. Gordon now to Lewis Hall. Back to Anthony Gordon. Gordon cuts on his right foot. Still Gordon. In whips the cross. Milenkovic sort of sliced at that, but got it clear for Forest. But Newcastle open the ante again here, as they need to, of course. Chris Gulfrick with another super chat. Tino Asula at right wing. Trips behind short-term fix. Well, it's not going too badly at the minute. I mean, Murphy's coming into the game a bit more now. He is Murphy. Bruno. Miley. He's tackled, and this might be an opportunity for Elliot Anderson to burst for Nottingham Forest. Anderson.
Good tackle.
Oh, brilliant tackle, Anthony Gordon. Lewis Hall. Well played, because Alanga was on the move there, Billy.
Yeah, that's what the situation they've been working for, isn't it? And
yeah,
Lewis Hall was outstanding.
Tracked Alanga all the way, saw the run, and snuffed out the danger brilliantly. Share now to Isak, but he's knocked off the ball, and Gibbs White brings it away for Forest. They've got men forward here. Gibbs White goes down, but it was Isak who made up for losing the ball with a brilliant tackle. And that's a good ball out by Nick Pope for Lewis Hall. Hall now can lay it into Joe Willock. This is much better from Newcastle again, trying to get round this Forest blue line here. And it's out for a throw. But good to see Isak coming back there, Billy, because he needed to.
Yeah, he lost the ball. He was weak, wasn't he? But then he come back and kind of made the situation better for us.
Yeah.
I was surprised I didn't give a free kick, to be fair.
Well, the referee was right behind him. It was clear that Isak got the ball, wasn't it? Gordon now. And Gordon taken out late again. Terrible tackle this time from Arna.
Come on, guys, get him in the frigging butt, for Christ's sake.
I'm really surprised that's not a booking, Billy, because that was a really late tackle by Aina there.
Yeah, he's put his leg down Gordon's knee.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I mean, that is... I tell you what, I've seen reds for that, Billy.
Yeah, I have as well. Yeah.
That's a shocker of a tackle.
Not even looking, no yellow card.
Oh, I tell you what, he's not even booked for that either. That's a disgrace. That is a disgrace, Billy, because that was a terrible tackle.
Yep.
Anyway, Gordon and Lewis Hall are over the ball. Can Newcastle make something of this? A lot of people in the chat saying that they've seen reds for much less than that.
100%.
In comes Hall's free kick to the back post. Bruno is unmarked, and it's bouncing around. Isak just can't get his foot around it. And now it comes to Willock. And Lewis Hall, Miley on the edge of the box. Miley left-footed! There it is! Lewis Miley has buried it in the net. And Newcastle have their equalizer. Finally, And a wonderful strike from Lewis Miley. And Newcastle United level the scores. A brilliant left foot shot into the bottom corner. And it's granny time because Newcastle United have equalised. I mean, I'm not sure what Bruno was doing with that header originally, Billy, but Lewis Hall will say that's a brilliant pass. But that's a fantastic finish from Lewis Miley. And we know what he can do. We know what this kid is capable of. Takes it on his right, shoots with his left. No chance for Matt Sells. And it's 1-1, Billy.
Yeah, it was a prolonged period of pressure that, you know, it's nothing less than what we've deserved. We've been far and away the better side today against Forest. Yeah. This is the first real shot we've had in anger. And it's a great finish. It's curved away from Matt Sells. He had no chance. And young Lewis Miley comes good.
No way was Matt Sells ever seeing that, Billy. It went through about 4 defenders, didn't it? So no chance. But what a great finish from young Lewis Miley. And I tell you what, this kid's going to be a star, Billy. An absolute star. Gibbs White trying to battle through for Forest. Nods it down for Anderson. How will Forest reply to that? Livramento gets in the way. Now Murphy. Miley, lovely touch. Good tackle by Anderson, going in very hard on Jacob Murphy there. But I tell you what, we've deserved that, Billy, because, I think the majority of this first 25, we've been by far the better side.
Of course we have, yeah. I totally agree with you. You know, dominating possession, dominating territory. Yeah, we've played really well so far. Just the one error, or one or two, 3 errors in the same kind of period of play. But yeah, that was brilliant.
But here come Forest now. And it's Hudson-Odoi on this near side. Running at Livramento again. Hudson-Odoi cuts back on his right, back on his left. Bit of jinking and jiving from Hudson-Odoi here. Onto his right. Shot comes in. Nick Pope this time is in the right position. And it's straight into his chest. And he gets the ball out quickly to Gordon. And now Lewis Hall. Alanga tracks him back, though. Stopped really a very quick break going. Great ball down the line from Gordon. Beautiful back heel by Isak. And it's Lewis Hall into the box. Oh, he should have shot, but it's going to drop to Murphy for another goal. And Newcastle have taken the lead. Forest are claiming a handball. No way, Nelly. It's 2-1 to Newcastle. And I thought Lewis Hall should have finished it himself. But they have turned this game around in the flash of an eye. And grab your granny, folks, because it's time to go swimming in the Tyne. It's 2-1 to the Toon. Tell you what, Billy, that was some move. It was some move. We get very fortunate, of course, with the deflection there for Murphy, because I thought Lewis Hall should have shot and just buried it.
We don't want ball
there. No, it's off his thigh.
He thought about it.
Yeah, he did. He did. It sort of looked and said, "Oh, where's this gonna end up? Should I just put it in?" I mean, definitely off his thigh. There's no look at the. I mean, Dominguez claiming handball, not on your Nelly, son. What a fantastic turnaround, though, Billy.
I tell you what, that touch me, Zach, to play. Absolutely outstanding.
Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It really was. And Newcastle lead now by 2-1. George with the super chat saying, and relax, Toon. That was before the goal went in, by the way. So we are very much relaxing now, but Nuno does not look happy. But Forest, to be fair, they haven't been great at all.
They've been absolute dog shit.
They've been terrible. And we've played really well. So, on balance, it's definitely the right scoreline here. No 100%. Doubt about it.
100%. What they've got gifted to them. And since then, they've just been sat back and we've basically been too good for them.
Absolutely.
That's not to say it'll stay like that. Of course it won't, but...
No, but Forest at the minute, I think, need a rocket up their arse, but not that worries us. Here's Odoi. Back to Williams now. Williams. Anderson. George T with another super chat. Glad it was Murphy after his mistake for the first. Yeah, absolutely. And Einer's just kicked it straight out of play there for Nottingham Forest. Newcastle get on with it in a hurry. Gordon down the line now for Willock. Einer gets a touch to that. Comes back to Matt Sells. And Sells deals with it by putting a big right punt in the air. And it drops all the way out to play for a Newcastle throw.
Yeah.
Forest are all over the shop here, Billy.
Well, good token pressure from Willock, really. You know, they probably didn't expect him to chase out a lost course, but he did, and Sal's panicked.
He did. Gordon now with the throw Lewis Hall with the throw. And he's taking his time about it. Isak. Oh, great close control again. And Isak down the left-hand side now for Newcastle at the byline. Running into the box, trying a bit of skill. He's still got it. Rolls it back to Lewis Hall. Hall tried to whip it in. It hits Einer. Newcastle want a handball. And will VAR look at that?
Within the box, this is a penalty.
It is in the box. That's what Newcastle are complaining about. Let's have another look.
That's penalty.
That's going to be a penalty. His arm's in the air. That's got to be a penalty kick. If rules are rules, Newcastle should have a penalty here, Billy.
Yeah, he jumped with his arms up, not in a natural position. That's a penalty kick all day, every day, I'm afraid. Well, I'm not afraid. I'm quite happy about it. But there you go.
Absolutely. I mean, that's as blatant handball as you're ever going to see in your life, Billy. Arms up. There can't be any doubt about this.
No, none at all. None at all.
He's got his back to the ball. His arms are in the air. That is a penalty.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
I mean, they've got to send him to the... I mean, he's saying he jumped in front of the boy. Didn't he? Turned his back.
Well, whether he jumped in front of it or not, his arm's in the air. And he
turns his back. It's a clear handball. I mean, why is this taking so long again, Billy? I mean, just give the bloody penalty, man.
Yeah, it's...
How many times do you want
to see it? I guarantee you, if this had been in Old Trafford, this had been given before the bloody picture even... Looking for an offside now.
Yeah, he's going to the screen, Billy, and rightly so. This has got to be a penalty here, and if he doesn't give this, I'm calling corruption.
Yeah, bloody Australian, mate.
I mean, he turns his back, his arms in the air. It's unnatural position. I mean, he's trying to demonstrate, no, mate, it's a penalty kick.
He's had an awful start anyway on the Sharples.
He has. We praised him last time we saw him, Billy. He had a very good game. I mean, this shouldn't take very long for the referee to see this at all.
It's penalty kick all day and every day. In fact, he should have saw it.
Yeah.
Shit, he hasn't seen it originally. He's got a great view of it. Oh, look.
I mean, he's how many times do you want to see it, pal? It's a bloody penalty. Well, you take your time, ref. I mean, come on, man.
If he didn't give this, it's the first time we've not seen a penalty for that. You know, the handball not being.
He's got to give it. It's a clear handball. Look.
Of course he has. Yep.
That is not a natural position for your arm to be.
Yeah, they give it.
Well, he's finally made a decision. And it's penalty. I mean, Jesus Christ, how long do you want for the love of it?
Ridiculous, I've took that long. Ridiculous.
I mean, Nuno can't complain about that because if it was the other end, they'd be screaming for a penalty. And you know, if it was a penalty at the other end, Billy, I'd say the same thing. Forest, if that was at the other end.
Yeah, every single penalty you've seen for that's been given. Yeah. You know, for the first time that they took for ages to look at it. Ridiculous. Yeah, ridiculous.
Absolutely. I don't know why it took so long. I have absolutely no idea why that had. Yeah, good point. Bazza B says they needed to get clarification from Richard Masters that they were allowed to give the penalty. And it will be, of course, Mr. Isak to take the penalty. No spoilers in the chat, please. Wait until me and Billy have commentated on it. Of course, he's missed 2 out of 5, Billy.
Yeah.
I'll put a dampener on it, but I have to give you the stats.
Well, his Premier League record's 8 out of 9, so that's a little bit better.
It is, yes. Coming up to 32 minutes gone. Newcastle with a fantastic chance to take a 3-1 lead in the game. No spoilers, please. One step to the left, and here he comes. Up he steps. Oh, well, I mean, are you kidding me?
He's made Matt Sal's look the biggest twat ever to keep goal.
What was that? Seriously?
He's done the Panenka, made it. And Sal's
is going ballistic. Like,
well, he predicted it, but still can keep it out.
I mean, this is amazing. I mean,
he's chipped the keeper.
He's chipped the keeper. He's chipped him from a penalty.
That is without doubt the most cheeky penalty you're ever going to see.
I'll tell you what, forward, I mean, he got a hand to it, Billy. It would have looked a bit silly had he missed that, but it is 3-1 to Newcastle, guys. Oh, just absolutely brilliant. 3-1 to Newcastle United, Billy.
Well, the fact Matt Sal's took a step forward, I think he's actually right. I'm going to chip him. And he did.
I'll tell you what, though, Billy. I'll tell you what, if that missed, I would have been slating his sack there.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, when they go in, they go in. It's just
he's got
unbelievable. Yeah. Massive. Nick Pope comes and claims as far as clip one into the penalty area. But, I mean, 3-1, really an indication of how this first half's gone. Newcastle have been rampant. And here they come again with Joe Willock. Willock's got away down the left. He's now cuts inside, slides it through for Isak. It's in again.
He's offside this time.
I don't think he is. The flag stays down, Billy. And Newcastle United have another one here. It's deflected over Matt Sells, and this is going badly wrong for Nottingham Forest Football Club here. It's 4-1 to Newcastle. It doesn't look like there's any offside flag.
Well, he looked offside to me, I've got to say.
I'm not sure he did, Billy. I'm not sure he did. But Newcastle United here are running rampant. It's Isak's second of the game. It's Newcastle 4, Forest 1. Let's just look at the replay again before we play Granny, Billy, just to be sure. But a brilliant run by Willock. Got away down the left. Ooh. Oh, he's onside. He's onside. He's bang on level. 4-1 Newcastle. We are having a party. Took a deflection off Murillo over the top, Billy, but whatever you call it, it's 4-1.
And you've got to give credit to Joe Willock for a fantastic run.
It was a brilliant run.
He's had a really good first half, Joe Willock has. For all the criticism he's been taking of late. Been outstanding today.
He has. George with another super chat. I should have gone to the match. It would have been cheaper. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. But he's Elliot Anderson. Forest really now. I mean, they are getting absolutely pummeled, but he is Anderson. Great tackle by Lewis Hall. He's hurt himself in that as well. Sends the ball away from Isak, who looks to be full of running here.
He wants magic now, doesn't he?
Yeah, of course he does. But Forest have been shell-shocked. Well, Newcastle have been the best side by a country mile in this first half, but Lewis Hall is still down here. It's a bit of a worry for us, Billy.
Yes.
Anderson tries to get the ball away, and obviously...
That's the way he fell, I think.
Yeah, he got kicked. I think Anderson kicked him because Anderson was following through trying to play the ball, but of course, Lewis Hall popped in the way. So nothing radical about that. But what a first half this is.
The third Newcastle player to hit the top 7 of the fastest 50 goals after Andy Cole and Alan Shearer. 76 games to get to 50 goals. That's outstanding.
Yep. George T with another super chat. Me and my big mouth. Billy, your camera's frozen, buddy. Just let Billy sort that out. He'll be back with us in a minute. No, still frozen mid. Lewis Hall still down, just getting some treatment. Hopefully he will be okay. back on his feet now. Billy will be back with us in due course. He'll just reboot his system, I would imagine. So we'll just put me back to full screen there while we wait for Billy to come back. So 37 and a half minutes gone, ladies and gentlemen. It is 4-1 to Newcastle United. An absolutely fantastic performance so far. It was always going to be the case as well. It was always going to be the case. Are we back on, Billy?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, there he is. Yes, he is. And Forest, well, it's all going wrong for Forest as they just kick the ball straight out of play again. And really, since Hudson-Odoi scored, it's been one-way traffic. Well, actually, before Hudson-Odoi scored, it's been one-way traffic. Ian Chilvers, a member for 25 months, has nipped out to the shop when Forest scored, just got back, and wow, serves me right. Well, you know what it is? It normally happens when people question the team and think, oh, you know, this could be a very long afternoon and things like that. And Newcastle then put in a performance. It's just typical Newcastle United, to be fair. Here's Miley, bursting his way through, gets Murphy in. Murphy now. And in comes Gordon and cleared away by Murillo. And he had to. Gordon was right on it. Jeffrey Brunt with a super chat. Having a party in Sherwood Forest. It's raining goals.
Yeah, I think it was Joe Willock then that was causing all the trouble, not Murphy, but brilliant play again.
Yeah, it was actually. And this is the kind of football we like to see from Willock. And there's another corner to Newcastle United. Lewis Hall, who's been absolutely marvellous in this first half, Billy. There's no doubt about it, how well he's played.
He's been brilliant, hasn't he? That left-hand side, him and Gordon, it's the better left-hand side in the league. I don't think so.
It's the tackles he's made as well, though, to be fair. He's made some brilliant tackles. Dan Magin with a super chat. Sells will feel like he's gone back in time, shipping goals at St. James's Park.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anyway, here's a corner, which Gordon will take. This time it's a very deep one to the back post again. Sells decides to punch this time. Keith Truscott with another super chat. I've never been so happy to be so wrong. Come on, get in. And Forest just can't keep the ball at the minute. I mean, they are. I did not expect this from Nottingham Forest, but hey, you know, let's take nothing away from us. We haven't let them play. We haven't, you know.
Fabian.
Poor ball by Shea. And then Willock's bumped to the ground, but Alanga gets away with that. Here's Dominguez, spins, but Willock is biting in his heels. And Forest, really, dear me, got away with that one again. Murillo now hits it long towards Alanga on the right-hand side, but his tails over his head out for a throw-in. And Hall gets on with it quickly to Bruno now, to Lewis Miley.
Who's been excellent as well, Miley. Excellent, Miley, hasn't he?
Oh, absolute superb, Billy. No doubt about it.
Just a calming influence, isn't he, as well?
Well, he's for someone so young, every time he gets the ball, he's just so calm. Whether he's under pressure or not, it doesn't matter.
No, he's got all the time in the world when he's got the ball, and that's a good sign of a good player.
Yep. And now Livramento bobbing down the right again, plays it through to Murphy. Murphy looks for options in the box, sends a high looping ball towards. Well, it's dreadful for Murphy, really, isn't it? It's out for a goal kick.
That, of course, was in dedication to one of Miguel Elmore's shots, I think.
Yeah. Absolutely. Ian Fleming with a super chat. I mean, that is a red card, that Anya tackle, Billy.
Yeah.
It's a shocker. It's an absolute shocker. I mean, we do score from it, of course, but Ian Fleming says was not expecting this scoreline and not even half time. I don't think anybody was, Ian Powell. To be honest, nobody was expecting this. What a good finish that is from Miley, Billy. Just so
brilliant,
so calm. But I mean,
in fact, it's curving away from the keeper as well. Look, it's bending away from the keeper. It's just a fantastic finish. It really is. Yeah.
I mean, Matt Sals has no chance with that because it went through 3 Forest players' legs as well. Byrne with a tower and header now clearing it. Aina with a header for Forest. Byrne is there to intercept again and again. And superb work from Dan Byrne. And now Miley. A bit of space down the right-hand side. Murphy. He's got to be quick. Gets it off to Livramento. Miley's made a great run, but good dummy run because it goes back to Murphy. Murphy across to Byrne. Byrne playing like a Pele at the minute.
Franz Beckenbauer.
Oh, tremendous, Billy. Tremendous. Here's Miley again. Again, not phased at all. Calmly back to Fabian Shea. Great stuff. Great stuff.
Well, the way Lewis Miley's playing today, I'm glad we sold Anderson and not him.
Well, I'll tell you what. Chippers says that's 10 minutes reminded me of the Spurs 6-1. 4 goals in no time at all. Dan Robinson, watching this with my youngest. Can I get a shout out to Lily Rose? How are the lads? Hiya, Lily Rose. Hope you're enjoying the game. It's brilliant. Come on. And Truls has gifted a Toon Review membership as well. Thank you, Truls. Very, very kind.
But of course, being 4-1 behind doesn't suit Forest game plan at all. No. They are very one-dimensional. It's all about counter-attacks and transitions. Yeah. Because Newcastle don't need to be as gung-ho as,
absolutely.
Then it's going to be hard for them to find space, I think.
Yeah. Jilly has also gifted a Toon Review membership. Thank you, Jilly. Very, very kind. 3,500 watching on both platforms on X and YouTube. Thank you very much, guys. Please do subscribe. If you are new to the channel, bottom right-hand corner. It's a fantastic community here on the Toon Review. We got live shows most days of the week. News shows, reviews, previews, the ladies team as well. Get yourself part of this incredible community. And here we come again, but that's just too far in front of Anthony Gordon. We're trying to get as close to 36,500 as we can today, guys. Matt Sells was very lucky there. Burn again with a tower and header above Chris Wood. And it's safe to say we've kept him out the game, Billy.
I don't think he's touched the ball, has he?
I don't think so, no.
I don't think they've touched the ball in our penalty area.
They definitely haven't touched it in the penalty area. Nothing at all. Because
it's been one-way traffic. And that felt lucky for us.
It did. Lewis Hall now on the left-hand side. Little jink inside. Still Lewis Hall. Miley in support. Miley. And Miley gets it back. Towards the left-hand side. Rolls it out to Willock. Willock. Nice play by him. Gives himself a bit of space. Floats the ball looking for Livramento. Didn't quite have the pace. And Hudson-Odoi just sends it into space. And that's comfortable for Dan Burn every day of the week. Lovely touch by Lewis Hall back to Fabian Schär. It is fantastic football, this from Newcastle. Absolutely fantastic. Our resident Forest fan is in the chat, Billy. Can't be enjoying this. What a bit of football from Newcastle. Bruno, back to Willock. Willock now across to Gordon. Gordon goes to the byline. Good save by Matt Sells. Murphy could have had another one, still bouncing around. Newcastle won another handball. Well, my goodness me. Anyway, our Forest fan says, let's be honest, it should be 6-0 and Nuno won't change it. Same old crap every week.
Well, you can't really say that. You're third in the table, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, you are. Let's be honest. Nick Thornton, the biggest compliment to Miley is we haven't missed Sandro in this half. The lad is pure class.
Yes, 100%.
But here come Forest. Oh, Nick Pope. Well, Alanga blasted across 7 minutes of additional time. That's because of the bloody ridiculous time it took for VAR to make a decision. Ooh, I tell you what, that was close to being a handball. I'm not sure they could give that though, Billy. I think that one would be harsh. Anyway, play goes on. It's a corner to Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, we need to defend properly here. Defend properly. Don't give them a route back into the game.
Absolutely. And it comes. Deep one, looking for Chris Wood. He did well, and it's blocked. Forest now want a handball, Billy. I don't think they're going to get it.
Well, I think he took it in the nuts.
And Isak is down, holding his testes. Bless him. That was a painful one for him, Billy.
What in the nuts, yeah. They want a penalty for that.
Wow.
Ooh. I think if you're ever going to do a Jimmy Somerville karaoke tune, now's the time to do it. Oh!
Yeah, ouch, by the way. Very much ouch. Anyway, there's a Newcastle player now down on the edge of the box and a yellow card.
Yeah, I think it's Bruno.
It's Milenkovic who's got the yellow card. Oh, yeah, he led with his arm. That's a shocker. Bit of a painful one for Bruno. I think he'll survive it, though, Billy. Certainly the adrenaline that we've gained from this first half will help them get up from little knocks. I mean, Isak's still feeling his testes there. That was that was a rough one. I think his right testicle might be in his throat, Billy.
It'll be one of them stingers as well, won't it? One of them delayed jobbies.
Oh, yeah. Just when you get that winded feeling like you're going to poo your pants, Billy.
Yeah.
Here he is on the ball. Does well. Gets it back to Lewis Hall. Hall, calm as you want. Just slows play down. Into Isak. Sorry, Willock, who does well there. Now Hall has to turn and go back to Shea. Shea has Livramento in support here. Closed down by Adoy, but not really quick enough. Now into Murphy. Good ball by Murphy to Bruno. He tries to help it on first time. Miley giving chase, but Murillo was there for Forest. Back to Sells, who was incredibly quickly closed down by Anthony Gordon. And Murphy nods it back to Fabian Shea. Shea back to Pope. Thank you very much. Great stuff, this, Billy.
Been a fantastic half, hasn't it?
Oh, that's not a great clearance from Pope, though. And it's let Forest in here. Gibbs White, straight down the throat of Nick Pope.
Well, that's the distribution thing that we saw.
That was an awful pass out from Nick Pope, straight to Gibbs White. And luckily for us, the shot from Gibbs White was straight at him, because if it was in the corners, it was 4-2.
Yeah, that was that's Nick Pope's kind of Achilles heel, isn't it? That's it was awful, wasn't it?
It's heart and mouth stuff when he's got the ball like that. Bruno now. Miley. Tight on the line. Oh, how's he got out of that? Brilliant from Miley. But then Bruno loses the ball. Willock comes back, though, and Gordon takes the ball.
Well played, Joe Willock.
To the left. Fabulous stuff from Willock and from Gordon. And now Isak in full flow against Aina, but Aina does well. Isak's all over the back of him. He's forced him down to the corner flag and managed to get the ball away for Forest. How the hell did they get out of that? It's a 4-on-4 here for Forest. But the ball through from Alanga is as much use as a chocolate fire guard and straight to Nick Pope. Alanga can't believe it. 3 minutes of additional time left in this first half. Newcastle United 4. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 4. Nottingham Forest 1. It's been a superb first half from Newcastle. What a ball that is for Isak as well. Isak now down the left-hand side. Running at Milenkovic. Isak. Still Isak. Oh, tried to get it to Gordon, but it was a poor pass, to be fair. And Forest eventually scrambled the ball away. Willock's got it back, though. Great play from Willock. He's going to the byline again. It's still Joe Willock. Pulls it back to Isak. Isak is blocked by Milenkovic and out for a corner again. But brilliant football, Billy.
Yeah, absolutely. Joe Willock, again, been absolutely phenomenal first half. This is chalk and cheese for what he did last week. Really is. Yeah.
Nick Thornton says that sub Pope at half-time, he's a liability. Well, that's not going to happen, Nick, unfortunately for you. 2 minutes of additional time left. Newcastle with a corner. Can they get a fifth before the end of the half? I never thought I'd say that today.
No.
Unbelievable stuff. But Willock, Isak, Gordon, they've run Forest ragged. And again, it's another deep corner. Sells gets a punch, and it is a free kick. Fabian Shea knocks him over and shakes his hand. Sells did well, actually, under pressure there. Jenny, hope you're enjoying the game with your granddad. Enjoy it. Or your grandma. I don't know which one it is. As Forest go along again. Livramento gets ahead to it. And again, Miley in there first. And Murillo just gets there. Isak thought about putting his foot up, but I think Murillo would have made the most of that. Good work again by Anthony Gordon coming across from the far side to make that tackle for Forest. Williams has run about 10 yards from where the ball went out there.
You'll have a corner in a minute if keep going.
And Shea gets it back to Nick Pope.
Lewis Hall's pass.
Yeah, he's gone short to Burn. And now Lewis Hall. Hall, a little bit cramped. He's running out of play. There was no option down the left-hand side for him there, and that's what he was pointing at.
Yeah, the ball should have gone straight out to him, to give him time to get across and cover him. So,
here's Alanga. Lewis Hall says no. And Alanga then has to go back. Great play again by Lewis Hall.
I think he fouls.
He didn't stop running into him, did he?
No.
Aina now. Back for Alanga. As the 7 minutes of additional time come to a close. Referee should be looking to blow his whistle here. Forest are going backwards. Look how far the ball is, referee. There is the halftime whistle. And what a first half for Newcastle United. I mean, it's one of those things again where basically, Billy, a lot of people doubting the side before kickoff. We did say, to be fair to us, wait till to see how the game goes. We have dominated from start to end of that first half. A dodgy first goal to concede, a mistake by Jacob Murphy, losing the ball to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi then scores. Funny positioning from Nick Pope. But we've just been rampant from then, Billy.
Yeah, we look like the side that are going for the Champions League, and Forest don't, let's be honest. They've had one shot on target the whole game. We gifted them that. The midfield have been outstanding. Willock, Miley, and Bruno, the three of them have been brilliant. As of Gordon, Isak, and lastly Murphy, who was dreadful for the first 20 minutes. And we've looked pretty solid all the way through the pitch, really. More goals for us, I think, second half.
Well, the thing is, I think a lot of fans, I've seen a few comments already in the chat saying, I'm so happy to have egg on my face. And I think that's how a lot of people feel at halftime because they were wrong, Billy. We've gone out and performed brilliantly.
Yeah, outstanding. Yeah, and it looked, the first 10, 15 minutes when we started the game really well and then conceded, the chat weren't very happy then. And, the words of Eddie Howe out was in the chat regularly, but they've turned it around fantastically. And, the Eddie Howe out people are out now, aren't they? They've gone.
Terry Butler, I don't know what match you're watching, mate. Gordon should be substituted. He's certainly off form.
He's been outstanding.
He's been brilliant.
In the sharp, I had a chance against him.
The running he's done today has been absolutely incredible. Staggered by that comment. Andrew says, Murphy has been woeful. Get a Sula on. Pope is the worst keeper in world football. Guys, I don't know whether you've noticed, but we're winning 4-1, people. Jesus. Yes, Murphy hasn't been great, but he's also scored again. Despite not being great, but let's just ease up here, guys.
It's been 25 minutes onwards.
Yeah. Willock's been fantastic. The whole thing's been tremendous. Anyway, it is now time to bring in the guy who, he's part-timer on Matchday Live. We don't know where he's going to come on before the game, during or after. Good afternoon, Stato.
Afternoon. How are we feeling?
Well, I mean, how do you think we're feeling there? 4-1, we're cruising, we're playing brilliantly. It's a wonderful Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, much better. It was a strange starting lineup. There was a lot of hard work for Miley to do today because obviously Bruno's getting man marked. He's playing in a slightly different position, but Miley's been fantastic. Lost the ball a couple of times, but the team have been very prepared to deal with the counter-attacks. A lot of help from Gordon, Lewis Hall, Willock, blocking passes, fantastic work rate. Murphy with a stupid decision early doors. The dog's just decided to lock herself in the office as well. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Murphy with a stupid decision to go central. There was no need to do that Bruno had vacated that space, so it was just stupid. Wrong call. Tyndall told him off for that, so he won't do it again. He did it a little bit further up the pitch later on in that half. But yeah, the goals were brilliant. Miley, it was a fantastically taken goal. And our attacking patterns, it's just one of those days where they're all going in. It's working. They're brilliant, fantastic. They're brilliant attacking patterns. One player we do have to talk about is Joe Willock. This performance so far today is reminding me of Joe Willock from 18 months ago. He's decent in midfield. He's blocking passing lanes. He is absolutely busting a gut to be a left winger as well, to go and help Gordon, and they just can't handle it. When Willock is playing to this level, we've seen some good Joe Willock this season. That is old school Joe Willock. That is the guy we need back, and he'll be fantastic for us if we can keep him doing that.
Well, I mean, Isak's played well. I mean, what did you think of the penalty, Alex? Because, it was the strangest penalty kick you're ever going to see.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the handball, I think it was one. I appreciate that when you're jumping, you do need to raise your arms to a degree to obviously get off the ground, 100%. But they were quite up there. I don't think he could complain.
Plus, he turned his back. He turned his back as well. You can't do that.
But the penalty was good. It was brave of Sells to stand his ground and make a decision so late. But Isak, it was just so well timed. He does make me nervous because the only time I've seen him take one in person, we missed it in pre-season for Isak. So, but yeah, it was good. It was good enough pen. It got us the goal, and then they've opened up. I think it's the back four that's the problem for them. When we did the preview a few days ago, we were expecting them to go with the back five. it's what they used. It's been working better. It's been stopping some issues. And then they've gone to a back four. We're overloading the left-hand side. It's quite a basic tactical thing where our midfield is overloading one side and they just can't seem to handle it. The technical level is really good as well. The Lewis Miley head tennis is really good. He's keeping things alive in play, finding black and white shirts. Really nice to see.
Hall's been fantastic. He's been absolutely fantastic. Really, I mean, I'm just seeing Murphy's goal again. Yeah, slight lucky with a deflection. But the whole thing is combined really well today. And, Nottingham Forest haven't been able to touch us up front. And when we've had to defend, Alanga just has got nothing from Lewis Hall today. And Billy, you mentioned it in commentary. He's just everything. He's standing up to everything. He's not letting. I think Alanga's got round him once, but you'd expect that. You're going to beat your man once or twice in a game. But he's just standing up to everything thrown at him.
Yeah, not just defensive though. He's just as much of a threat in the attacking end of the pitch. It's been an all-round fantastic performance from the young lad. Really has been.
And of course, he won the penalty by the cross, immediately trying to get the cross in. He's just been so good to watch.
He had a de facto assist with the ball that Murphy. I'm assuming they credited that to Murphy for kind of steering it in, but it was mostly Lewis Hall's work, to be fair.
Stoic Protector with a super chat. The key is not to panic. If we go one down, if we play well, we can still win. Playing well is the only thing that matters, and the lads have done well. John says Gordon's pass for the second goal was world class. I Like Coffee, who's been a member for 17 months, also a mod on the channel, of course. Mafinho with 2 goal contributions today. Unfortunately, one was against us. Formal Dan, a member for 9 months on the channel. He's one of our own. Lewis Miley, he's one of our own. Get in. Tomeo with a super chat. Go on and get 4 more in the second half. How are the lads? Jevrath says, don't be like Arsenal fans where you're winning 4-1 at half time. Stay humble. Cal Geordie with a super chat said, Isak on a hat-trick and a Miley goal. What more do I need on a Sunday afternoon? Up the Toon. So what do you think Eddie will say then, Billy, in the dressing room? Will he tell them just to see the game out now or go for more goals?
I think we just play it as it is, yeah. And we haven't got to go gung-ho about things, but I think Gordon, Isak, Willock are causing that much kind of havoc in that defence. We haven't got to go gung-ho at it. I think we can go and get more goals, I really do. Without being too gung-ho about it.
Yeah. The thing is as well, Alex, just in injury time there, Nick Pope with a horrendous kick straight to Gibbs White, but luckily Gibbs White put the shot straight at him. A little bit of the old Nick Pope creeping in there.
Yeah, I've not been overly impressed with Nick Pope today so far. I didn't like the goal we conceded. I appreciate that
was terrible.
It was terrible. I appreciate Dan Burn was in the way, but Nick Pope, I don't care. It's 25 yards out. Do better.
You have to know where your goalposts are, for God's sake. I mean, he was miles out of position.
He trains every day. I don't care if it's a match scenario. You train. It's an instinctive thing. It's a muscle memory thing at that point. And that was a poor goal to concede, even with Dan Burn in the way. You've got to position yourself better. He's got us on the counter and breaking away well. That's been positive. He's been okay under pressure. That one ball that you were talking about, so he's redeemed himself. He's been ready for the rest of it, but hopefully that's his one wobble, and he can settle into it now. But this definitely means it's not that we need to switch off now, but this means we can use some substitutions. We can take our foot off the gas a little bit. I'm not suggesting we do it entirely. Of course, we don't want to let them back into this game. However, we have got a big game on Wednesday. So we do need to rest some players. So this gives us the opportunity to maybe bring an Isak off, dare I say, even a Bruno, and just make sure we keep everybody fit and firing. We want to keep people ready to push for more points and for that cup final. We need to think about both. But so far, it's been all of our Christmases have come at once. The attack has been a little bit misfiery recently, but today, I think this is one thing with Forest is you can't give up so much possession against teams with this much quality, because we've got good attacking patterns. When we're on form, we score a lot of goals. We've shown that in our winning run. They've given us 26 touches in their box. With the quality in our squad, you can't give us that many goes because it will go in, and it has done 4 times. So That's on them. That's the style they're choosing. So,
indeed. Jimmy over in the States. Hope you're well, buddy, with a super chat. Little do they not like us. After today, we'll be 10-3-1 in the last 14 matches against us. Slothy Vlog says Pope has nearly let them back in it. Well, yeah, he has. Ricky Thomas with a super chat. I'd put my grandson in goal, our Pope, and he conceded 10 yesterday. Oh, dear. Well.
I expect to see Ryan Yates come on second half and kick up shit, basically.
Yeah,
well,
a bit of shithousery. Yeah, I mean, as good as we've been, Alex, I mean, that's not the Forest I expected to see today, to be fair.
It's the structure. It's the back four. I think they've been a bit lazy with clearing it. I think they've not been great in their counterattacks. They've got the first couple of balls to try and get out, but they're not supporting each other enough in the counter. We are very well prepared for it as well. A couple of good tackles in on Alanga. They've been reduced to some pot shots from distance. Of course, one of them did go in, but they're not quite at the races. I don't think they've prepared well enough. And I think that's maybe poor from their manager and their setup for this match, because it's not hard to know what we're going to do, especially with Willock being left-sided 8. You know he's going to go and try and contribute and put the burners on and be a left winger. You know that Hall's going to be aggressive. You know that Isak can sort of go wide. What we're doing is nothing new. Like, we're not doing anything super different. There's not a crazy playbook at hand here. This is what we do, and it's what we do well. And they're just, I guess, not very well prepared for it. They're not executing the plan very well. It's a poor show from Forest so far. I'd be disappointed if I was a Forest fan that they've not turned up.
Daniel Sturridge apparently on Sky saying Isak is almost world class.
He probably thinks he's still world class.
Yeah, well, he was never world class, was he? Let's be honest. Nick Thornton says, no need to risk Sandro. Leave him out today. Well, there's certainly no need to put him on the pitch today. Let him.
Definitely a reason to risk Longstaff, though. Bring him on. Let him take the Ryan Yates kicks. Sorry, Sean.
Well, if Ryan Yates, if Ryan Yates comes on, get Sean on.
I don't think Ryan Yates will be kicking Sean Longstaff. I don't think he'll be the aim of his ardour.
Well, yeah. Of course, we go to Liverpool on Wednesday. Then we are at home on Monday night. Then to West Ham. So they're the next
West Ham.
Yes, away to West Ham. Yes, sorry. Dan in London. Anyway, 70% possession for Newcastle in that first half. 10 shots, 5 on targets. XG of expected goals 2.92. Alex, which I think tells a story.
I mean, you do get slightly inflated XG when you get a penalty, because you get gifted 0.78 XG, because that's generally how many goals are scored from penalties, about 78%. So, yeah, I mean, the XG is high because we've been having opportunities and lots of the ball. So that's just a given, and it makes sense. We've got 4 goals, 3 XG. We've maybe done slightly better than we should have done, but it is what it is. They've given us a lot of opportunities to test out these attacking patterns. We've had loads of early balls from Murphy, intricate through balls, corners, left wings, overlaps. They've let us have a go at all of our attacking play, which is, I just think, dumb. This is like reverse Pep Guardiola ball. This is, Pep Guardiola is, if you have the ball, they can't attack you. This is reverse. This is, we're going to give the opposition all of the ball and just make sure that we're defensively diligent. And they've done none of that. They're just, we've got a lot of quality in our team, and they're letting us just have a lot of goes. And I don't know what else you expect. They've gone away from this back 5, and they look poor.
I mean, Billy, it's a chance to improve our goal difference today. I mean, we've got a few goals. Let's get some more. Recover what we lost out on, basically.
Yeah, we don't have to go gung-ho about it. Because, as I say, we've got the quality that's scaring the living daylights out of them. We're not really going gung-ho now. Yeah, we're pressing. We're putting ourselves under pressure. He looks the keeper he was when he played for us again now. And the 2 defenders, who generally are really good, have been really shaky today. So he's actually given nightmares, hasn't he?
Yeah. Well, they're back on the pitch, Alex. We'll see you full time, buddy.
See you soon, guys.
See you, Alex.
So that was Alex. He will be back with us at, of course, full time. Super chat from Peter Garthwaite. We can let up. Need to get 3 more. Pepper, etc. would not take off their top players, or Pepper, etc. Well, yeah, but we've got Liverpool on Wednesday, and I think we need to look at that as well. let's not be too hasty here and say, let's not do this or do that. I don't know, Billy. I think give it 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, it'll be at 8 o'clock, won't it? Let's be honest.
Well, yeah. It always seems to be the case. I mean, I expect Forest will have taken an absolute roasting in that dressing room at half-time.
Yeah, I imagine so. Arne Sharples is back on the pitch anyway.
You what, mate?
Arne Sharples is back on the pitch. I thought they might
Yes,
took him off because he's had an absolute nightmare.
He has. Should have had a red. I've looked at that again, Billy. It was a clear red card for me.
No doubt about it.
Yep. Ready to go for the second half again. As usual, no spoilers in the chat. Please wait until me and Billy have commentated on it, and then we will tell you we're underway for the second half. And let's see how this second half goes. Can we get some more goals? What the hell was that, Billy?
I just changed the thing, Barnes, because it was 2 against 3.
Ah,
but we had the three square thing up.
Oh, okay. Well, Newcastle claiming for a throw in, but Nottingham Forest get it right in front of the Newcastle dugout. Apparently, Sky think that we've been about level on performance against Forest. I mean, that's unbelievable. That's absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Good Lord. That's ridiculous. I mean, that was the most one-sided first half you're ever going to see. Level. Honestly, they cannot give us credit. Anyway, Sells looks long to the left. Livramento wins a header. And Forrest picked the ball up now with Dominguez. Elliot Anderson, who we certainly didn't mention very much in that first half. He's put a good ball in there to Gibbs White. Gibbs White can come again to Hudson-Odoi, who is on the right-hand side. Tries to play it into Gibbs White, but good defending by Bruno. And that's got to be a foul on Anthony Gordon. Clattered out the way by Gibbs White, and the referee blows his whistle. Gibbs White pleads as innocent, but clearly a free kick there.
I'm not sure it was Gibbs White that actually fouled him. I think it may have been.
Willock clattered him, actually, yeah. Yeah, it was Joe Willock. It wasn't Anthony. That should never have been a free kick. Wow. Referee. Oh, Nick Pope again. I mean, that's such a lucky ball to end up at Anthony Gordon's feet because he tried to play it to Lewis Hall. It was nowhere near him, Billy.
Yeah, it was. But I mean,
but we've ended up on the attack.
Yes.
Livramento now. Nice little bit of play. Lewis Miley on the far side. I mean, Murphy's ball back to him was terrible, to be fair.
Really well to keep hold of possession there. Really well.
Certainly did. Hall does well to get it to Miley again. Now Murphy. He's going for the byline. He's going to get there. In comes the cross. And Murillo heads it behind for a corner because Willock was waiting just behind him.
Brilliant from Murphy. That's the sort of wing play you want to see. Taking the fullback on down the outside, getting a good cross in. We've got a good set piece now.
Yeah, that's what I want to see for our wingers, though, isn't it? Just get the ball, knock it past your man, sprint past him, get a ball into the box.
Yep.
Proper old-fashioned, old-school wing play, Billy.
Well, you can have that when they're not inverted, but, I mean, the fact that he's not inverted means you can do that.
Yep. So we have another corner.
Nobody marking Isak. Look, nobody marking Isak.
Lewis Hall, it's Share with the header. He's hit the post.
Oh.
And it's out of Ina for another corner. Matt Sells completely beaten there. Elliot Anderson was marking Share, but he got away from him. Oh,
he let him go. Anderson just let him go, didn't he?
Yeah, he just stopped, didn't he? Terrible, poor from Anderson. And that should have been number 5 for Newcastle. Good header by Fabian Share. It looked like it was going to drop in the corner, but it doesn't. And Share cutting a bit of a frustrated figure there. Camera panning on Joe Willock. Not sure why there, whether he took a knock from Sells, but they've high-fived and forgiven all. Here's Gordon with the corner now. Gordon flicked on at the near post by a Forest player. They can't get it clear. Isak and Byrne with a lovely little bit of play over his head there, but somehow Forest get out of it. But not for very long. We win the ball back. Here's Willock. Down for Byrne. Gordon is available. Oh, what a turn by Gordon. He's left Dominguez on his arse. Gordon into the box. And tries to get the ball across. Good defended by Ina. Gordon again. What a turn, Billy.
Yes, outstanding, wasn't it?
Hall to Gordon again. Gordon, beautiful ball to Willock. Willock lays it off for Bruno. Oh, he couldn't get the shot away. And then Forest win a free kick. It's fouled by Anthony Gordon on Anderson.
Brilliant approach play again, wasn't it? And fantastic from Willock again
in.
there.
Yeah,
from Willock again. Really,
I thought Bruno should have took that first time, to be fair, Billy.
Yeah, he could have benched it with his right foot in the far corner, but chose not to.
Still remains 4-1, but Newcastle certainly started where they finished the first half, and Forest, as they kick the ball out to play again, it's just not going right for them today. Horribly wrong. 4-1 on Matchday Live on the Toon Review. Please do subscribe if you're new to the channel, bottom right-hand corner. Let's see if we can get to 36,500 subscribers or near enough today. It's a big ask, but if you're enjoying it and you like what you're seeing, you haven't subscribed yet, we are a wonderful community here on the Toon Review, as you can see in the chat. Come and join us and be part of this rapidly growing channel. But please also give it a like if you are enjoying the commentary today. And welcome to all our new subscribers. As Elliot Anderson has it now in the middle of the park. Plays it back to Milenkovic. Milenkovic. Hudson-Odoi. Tries a little 1-2, but that's a terrible return by Dominguez. And Hudson-Odoi would have literally had to be 2 Supermen to get to that. But, how's he giving a free kick to Forest?
I don't know.
Well, I certainly didn't see any foul there. Not sure what's gone on there. Anyway, here's Hudson-Odoi again. Anderson. Back to Aina. Anderson. But again, there just doesn't seem any way through for Forest here. Good working by Joe Willock again, shutting down Anderson. Ball through the middle. Burn comfortably intercepting that. Willock has time to take a touch and turn and move forward now. Takes it past Anderson. He's brought down. And Anderson's going to get a yellow card. Took one for the team, I think, Anderson there. Willock just burst past him. That's what we want to see from Joe Willock. That is vintage Joe Willock, Billy. Getting the ball and then just that explosive turning on the afterburners. And Anderson had no choice to bring him down because he knew the team were in trouble there had he got round him.
He just looks confident, doesn't he? He's back. Confidence is back in his system.
Yeah.
He's had a really good game today. Really good game.
Livramento can't control it on the far side. Out to play for a throw into Nottingham Forest. Anderson. Dominguez. Back to Anderson. Anderson inside again. Dominguez. And now Murillo. Just trying to find that runner, but at the minute the runners aren't there. Murillo again. Now Anderson. Just looking for a light blue shirt to play it through to, but again, Newcastle intercept well. And Willock breaks again for Newcastle. And Lewis Hall is away down the left. Gordon tried to find him, to be fair. It was just blocked by Anderson. And now Lewis Hall has to get back in position. He is. Hudson-Odoi cuts across the field, gives it out to the left-hand side now.
We're short-handed out there now.
Yeah. But it's come back over this near side to Aina. There's just no Forest players really taking an opportunity in the box at the minute. Here's Anderson. Good ball through that. And it's whipped in by Gibbs-White to the back post, headed across, and it's a huge miss.
It's
literally a Langer on the goal line. I mean, he'd be hoping that the offside flag would have went up on the far side. I don't think it has. No way. That's a terrible miss, Billy. Why has he put that in with his head?
Yeah, he's going to nod it in. And that's the first time in the game they've actually played through us. And, well, that's ridiculous from Malanga.
I mean, why hasn't he headed that in the back of the net? Well.
Warning sign out.
Yeah. Oh, Isak fails to control the ball there.
Yeah, been a bit sloppy the past 30 seconds or so, haven't we?
Yeah, just a little bit. Just need to get... Oh, Murphy's give it away again. And Anderson has it. Yeah, just switched off the last couple of minutes. And Forrest just asking a few questions here. Gibbs-White. But Livramento was there. But Gibbs-White closes him down, but it comes to Miley. Miley needs to be careful here. And is. Of course he is.
Brilliant.
Nice bit of play by Newcastle. Oh, that was late from Livramento. That was a bad foul from Tino, and he's booked for that. Yeah, it was a terrible tackle, Billy. It's a painful one for, I think it's Dominguez, but he's up again. Let's have another look. Just thought he was a bit late there. Yeah, he was. Tino was late. I mean, Tino had every right. Well, actually, I don't think Tino put his foot in to make a tackle, did he?
No. It looked worse than what it was.
Yeah. Certainly looked worse in real time, but when you slowed it down there was nothing in that. Anderson. And here we go with Alanga on the far side. Alanga's cross, looking for Wood. It was above Chris Wood and headed cleared away by Lewis Hall. Well, Forest are asking a few questions here. I mean, it's not the gung-ho that you would say for a team 4-1 down, but they are asking a few questions. Not with that pass, though. It's away behind for a goal kick. Coming up to 11 minutes gone, second half. Billy, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, we've definitely come off the pedal a bit, haven't we? And Forest are pushing a little bit, but if they get the next goal, it's squeaky arse time, isn't it? So we've got to concentrate. We've got to keep our attacking threat forward. We haven't had it for a while, and Forest are coming into the game a little bit more. But they're going to have to, haven't they? Let's be honest.
Well, of course they do. 59% possession for Nottingham Forest in this second half. Milenkovic just gets there in front of Isak. And now Gordon on the run from the throw-in. Anthony Gordon. Lots of space right for Jacob Murphy. It's a terrible pass from Gordon. And now breaking away come Forest. Alanga now. Alanga. That might just have asked too much. No, it kept it in. Share with... Oh, poor from Share. Back to Alanga. Clipped back in, but this time Share gets his head to it and clears it. Awful first clearance. And Forest win a throw-in. This is not great from Newcastle in this second half, Bill.
Again, it's a half-time team talk from the manager. I don't know what he said to him, but Christ. Just giving them haulage.
Should be Nick Pope's deflect into his hands, and Pope has the ball. Yeah, it just... They don't come out with the same sort of... the same speed or power in the second half. It's a bit disappointing. It's sloppy as well, Billy. I think that's the thing for me. It's sloppy.
Yeah, we started giving the ball away and enforced errors and all this stuff. It's sloppy. You're right.
Anyway, it's with Dan Burn at the moment. Couple of steps forward. Little 1-2 with Lewis Hall. Miley, back to Hall. Burn. And now with Nick Pope. Knocks it on to Share, who brings it out. And plays the ball down the line looking for Livramento, but it was never going to find him. Too much pace on that. Share has to be careful, and was. Back to goalkeeper Nick Pope. And now Dan Burn. Willock. Burn. Closed down quickly, but Burn, not a good ball. Only finds Aina. Very poor in this second half from Newcastle. We haven't really come out for the second half, Billy.
Dreadful.
It's a little strange, this. Alanga again, running at Livramento. Tino does really well, though, sticks with him. And threw into Nottingham Forest down by the corner flag. That stretched Tino a little bit, but he did well. Now Gibbs White. Murillo. Forest trying to come down that far side again. Anderson. Murillo. Clips it into the penalty area. That's better from Forest, but I'm not sure what the hell Gibbs White was trying to do there. And now Murphy has it all the way by the corner flag. Isak trying to win the ball back. Well, we just can't get the ball at the minute. And to be fair to Forest, they haven't given up the ghost in this, but that's a terrible pass. And out for another goal kick.
That's dreadful. Yeah, if they get the next goal, it's again, it is squeaky bum time. I mean, that Dominguez has been absolutely awful, hasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, Agent Tech Stream's saying that, energy conservation. Yeah, well, maybe, but you can conserve energy without having to defend and chase the ball all the time. This isn't exactly seeing the game out. It's a bit. We've been very sloppy with the ball in this second half. There's another one. Isak just giving the ball away. And Forest now coming down the right-hand side again with Hudson-Odoi running at Lewis Hall. Hall does well. Hudson-Odoi back to Elliot Anderson. Anderson across now to Dominguez, who's quite a bit of space here. Newcastle backing off. Alanga. Dominguez. Williams now. Williams trying to get it on his right foot. In comes the cross again. It's a good cross. Pope does well. Right, took it right off the head of Elliot Anderson. Probably not the guy that they wanted on the end of that. Here's Joe Willock.
Oh, Anthony Gordon made a lovely run there, and he ignored it.
I know. Yeah, he apologised to him as well there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Miley. Oh, class again from Lewis Miley. Look at this. But he's took it a little bit too far there, Miley, and then end up giving a free kick away, stretching on Elliot Anderson. What is Gibbs White complaining about again?
He wants a yellow card, that's why.
Well, it was never a yellow card. He just overstretched for the tackle there.
It's a proper wine-ass, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, to me, he's got the ball anyway.
Yeah.
Give away. I don't think there was a book in there anyway. 61 gone. Newcastle still lead by 4-1. It's comfortable, but it's not great viewing in this second half, to be honest. It's all Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, we've been very passive, haven't we? And it's not just that, we've been giving the ball away time and time and time again.
Oh, that wasn't
a terrible header.
Yeah, but he made up for it. Got back. Burn now. Lewis Hall pinned in the corner at the minute, but plays it off. Hudson-Odoi wins a corner. A goal kick, I should say. Christopher saying we've been too passive in the second half. Yeah. Emma says Willock needs coming off for Tonali. No, leave Tonali where he is, Emma. We don't need him. If there's any slight doubt about Tonali's fitness, leave him on the bench for Liverpool. I'd rather, we're 4-1 up here.
You don't take Willock off, he's been outstanding.
Yeah, we're comfortable as it is. Whatever we think. Oh, that's it. Burns give it away now.
Oh, bloody hell, damn Burns.
And now Anderson. Shot is blocked. Comes to Wood. Back to Anderson. Dominguez now. And that's played out to Hudson-Odoi.
It's almost as if we've had a bat and fall too.
Yeah. Good work from Lewis Hall. It's out for a corner to Nottingham Forest.
That's really, really poor from Dan Burn.
Yeah, he's annoyed with himself as well. Thought they should have done better with that Nottingham Forest. I think they'll be disappointed they didn't. They just seemed to go a bit stale there when they had an opportunity to break in on goal. Elliot Anderson will take the corner. In it comes. Flicked on at the near post. It's come back in again and for a score. And it is Milenkovic with the back heel, and it's 4-2, and that's been coming, Billy.
Yeah, that's been coming. And
this game is not over yet. It's a two-goal game all of a sudden.
And if they get the next one, then the old arse cheeks are going to go, like a rabbit's nose, aren't they?
Yeah.
Terrible defending there.
He's onside, no doubt about it. It's a good little back heel finish, actually, but that's poor. I mean, that is poor defending again. And all of a sudden, it's now 4-2. And Newcastle need to be very, very careful.
I don't know what Eddie Howe says to his team at half-time. I really don't. Different team.
So 4-2 all of a sudden. And here come Newcastle with Jacob Murphy on the right-hand side. Inside for Miley. Miley, though, being forced backwards, has to go back to Nick Pope. I mean, if anything, Billy, we're only 64 minutes and nearly 64. And again, Burns made a mistake.
What's Burns doing again?
And wins the ball. It's a corner for Forest. We are all Burn is at 6s and 7s here. Nick says a 15-minute team talk and we're worse for it. Well, what on earth was going on there? I mean, that is just shambolic play. And luckily, Dan Burn managed to recover himself with a tackle. Dear me. Corner for Forest again.
It's called from that's
deeper one from Anderson. Byrne gets ahead to it this time, though, and clears it. Williams will keep the ball in. Forest have definitely got the tails up here. Williams, long far side towards Anderson, takes it down well. Little flick on by Milenkovic. Now Murillo. Back to Anderson again. Milenkovic. Hudson-Odoi. Cuts inside. And that's well blocked. But again, the header's nowhere from Joe Willock. And Newcastle really just... That looked like a handball by Joe Willock. Nothing given. I think he has given it now. 65 gone. I mean, it was a clear handball. I saw it from there.
Yeah, I don't think the ref could see it. I think the linesman's told him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you just have to really wonder what's been said at halftime, because we've been garbage second half to a wonderful first.
Yeah. I mean,
and it's not energy management when you let the team that are 4-1 down get a goal back and let them give a bit of belief.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's loads of time left in this game.
Yes, there is. They score from this, the one behind with the tails up, and it's a...
Miley gets ahead of that to clear it. Murillo, now Williams. Gibbs White. Gibbs White will be able to get a cross in, can he? No, good defending. Bruno comes across. Bruno tries to get the crowd going. Well, yeah, but Bruno, mate, you need to give us something. Oh, it's flat as a fart when Newcastle ball into the box again. Chris Wood's up there. Milenkovic is up there. Edge of the box now. Clipped through. Looking for Hudson-Odoi now on this near side. Brings the ball down. Looking for support. Gets it from Aina. Aina goes down. Took a dive. And Newcastle bring the ball away. He was always looking for that. Great play by Willock. And Anderson has to be careful because he's on a yellow. He's done well, though. He's done very well. And Willock then lashes out a little bit, but great play from Elliot Anderson.
Yeah, very good.
Because he had to be careful, because if he'd gone in and, I mean, you're walking a tightrope on a yellow, but that was excellent. And here he is on the ball again. Oh, he leaves it this time for Murillo. Inside to Alanga. Alanga knocked over. Free kick, says the referee. Bruno not happy with that, but Bruno, mate, you did that in the first half and got a free kick. Oh, dear me. It's never over with Newcastle United, is it? It's just never, ever over.
I mean, you must have taken Isaac off. I mean, like, touch back there, he touched the ball 4 times second half so far. No. We're halfway through it.
Yeah. And Forest again with a free kick and an opportunity to put the ball towards the penalty area. Murillo will take this. Floats it in towards Chris Wood. Byrne is there. Comes down to Anderson. Deflected and safely into the arms of Nick Pope. They want a handball again. And once again, Gibbs White in the referee's
face. You should book him for that. You should book him for that.
How aggressive do you want to be, Gibbs White? I mean, let's have a look at this again. Shot here from Anderson. It's off his leg. Oh, but Forest have a chance here with Alanga. Oh, he just took too far, but he's kept it in. Newcastle all over the place here. Yeah, Anderson just wide.
Yeah, we've gone to pot. Totally nearly gone to pot. Eddie Howe needs to make changes. Last 5-10 minutes, it's been coming. They've got a goal back. Need to make. Look at this.
Oh, Miley's pass was terrible.
That's awful. He's got to make changes here, Eddie Howe. Got to.
I mean, talk about chalk and cheese for Newcastle United. Here's this one again. That is nowhere near a handball off Miley's thigh.
That's off his thigh.
Yeah, go to VAR.
Yeah, get to VAR, you stupid bearded fucking twat.
You'll see that it's clearly off his leg. Dear God Almighty. Well, Tonali is on, ladies and gentlemen. And so is Harvey Barnes. Barnes is coming on for Murphy. I'm trying to see who Tonali's coming on for. Joe Willock.
Yeah, good performance from Joe Willock. He's had a really good game.
Yeah, he has.
And he's not been the worst second half, to be fair to him.
And off comes Jacob Murphy for Harvey Barnes.
Shane Gordon will come wide right.
Yeah. Although Barnes has taken a long run over the other side of the pitch, Billy. He's gone right. Barnes has gone right.
Interesting.
And Eddie Howe now gives it the big, come on, what are we doing here? And absolutely rightly so. But what I mean, Tonali will shore things up a bit. The worry is, Billy, that he's got 20-odd minutes on the field against a Forest side who aren't frightened to get stuck in, and he's got a bit of a muscle knock. Oh, Einer's taken Gordon out there. Now, has Einer already been booked?
I don't think he has. He should have been, but I don't think he has.
I mean, that's a terrible foul, that.
He didn't get booked for one.
Gibbs White again.
He's kicked him down his knees in the first half. Didn't get booked for that. He's not getting booked for this.
Look at that. How is that not a yellow card?
I mean, that's ridiculous.
Jesus Christ. Choke me with a trout, Billy. Anyway, Lewis Hall will take the free kick for Newcastle as they lead 4-2 in this second half. Still 20-odd minutes to go yet. Tonali, long raking ball, never going to find Livramento.
Unlucky though, good vision.
Yeah, it was a good vision. But obviously needs to get his, he's just come on the pitch, of course, so just needs to get his timing going. But I'll tell you what, if Forest score again,
this is a big gamble, actually, bringing Tonali on if he's injured as we think he is.
Yeah, that's exactly.
This is how worried Eddie is.
Tonali now into Lewis Hall, headed on. Einer there for Forest. Hall is there for Newcastle. Tonali now. Tonali. And they're not going to mess around with the tackles, Nottingham Forest, so it is a huge risk. As Newcastle taking their extreme time with this throw in here. Still haven't taken the throw in, by the way. And now they have. Einer header for Forest. Bruno can't take that. And it's back with Murillo. Anderson. And now Milenkovic. Back to Anderson. Good ball to Einer now on this near side. Einer going to have a run down the right-hand side. Cuts inside of Gordon. Just pulls up short. Lays it back to Elliot Anderson. Anderson to Milenkovic. Milenkovic clips it over the top, looking for Hudson-Odoi, but Hall is there. Now Gordon. Inside, good ball out to Bruno. Bruno tried to play it through for Isak, but it's a terrible ball from Bruno.
Yeah, too much angle on it. Just going to talk about the inconsistency of refereeing. He booked in a Livramento for his first foul, which wasn't even a foul.
Yeah.
And Owen's got away with bloody murder.
Yeah, yeah. It's unbelievable, isn't it, when you see the decisions and what happens. It's crazy. I don't know what the referees are looking at sometimes. Anyway, here's Chris Wood on the edge of the box for Forest. Lays it back now for Einer. Einer. He's done Fabian Schär. Schär didn't even move there, but the ball is deep and out for a goal kick. Well, Fabian Schär gave that up, Billy.
Yeah.
Einer cut inside there and he just stopped running. What? Just unreal, that.
To be honest, I don't know what he's doing there. I mean,
watch this.
Let's call Costa Cora and then he just lets him go.
Yeah, but watch. Einer goes inside. Watch Fabian Schär. He just stops. Dear me. Dear me. Anyway, another goal kick for Newcastle United. It still remains 4-2. 4,000 watching. Thank you very much for joining us on Matchday Live. Please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. And don't forget to give it a like if you are enjoying today's commentary. Flicked on again. Einer bursting down the right-hand side. Byrne comes across, but Einer gets the ball. Byrne can't get there. He's having a nightmare this second half, Dan Byrne. An absolute nightmare, but Hall is there to rescue the situation. Oh, brilliant from Lewis Hall, and then he's taken out. Fantastic play from Lewis Hall.
No, it's not this time, is it?
No. And this time the referee does brandish Dominguez with a yellow card. Fantastic from Lewis Hall, Billy.
Yeah, again, just been outstanding all game, hasn't he?
And that is a terrible tackle. He's nowhere near the ball, Dominguez, there. But Forest are going to make a big push because they have to, Billy, because they need they need to give themselves time to get an equaliser if they did pull another goal back. So they are going to make some changes shortly as well.
Here's Ryan Yates.
No, yeah.
Come and kick some ass.
Yeah, ass white that he is.
Yeah.
Anderson now. I don't think Bruno's played very well today, Billy.
No, I agree. Anderson's come into it second half, though, hasn't he?
Yeah. Here's Gordon. And Anderson comes across. I don't know what Forest's instructions were first half, Billy, because if they played with a bit of commitment like this in the first, there wouldn't be four goals to the worse off.
No.
It's been a very strange performance from them, but then again, you look at our performance, you say, well, how can we play so well in the first half and be like this in the second? I mean, one thing about Premier League football is, Billy, you never get too complacent.
No, I mean, the Eddie Howe team talk, I'm guessing.
Well, I don't know what he says at half time to me. It's weird, really weird. Anyway, Ryan Yates is coming on, and who's the other fella?
Is it Sangari?
Sangari, yeah. Shearer's Tornado with a super chat says a prostate exam is more enjoyable than this second half. Oh, it's just typical of Newcastle, isn't it? I mean, you just honestly, you're on a high 1 minute, and then you're falling asleep the next, and you just wonder. He's took Anderson off.
Yeah, he's put some meatheads in the middle of the park, hasn't he?
Yeah, nice to see Anderson getting the applause from the Newcastle fans, and he applauded back, by the way. Nice to see. But I don't think putting meatheads in the middle is going to get Forest back in the game. They need some technical ability, Billy.
I agree.
I mean, yeah, maybe put one meathead in there, but two? I mean, Sangara really a meathead? I don't know. He likes to tackle. Anyway, Forest trying to come forward again. It's with Fabian Schär, though. Steps away from Chris Wood. Nice ball up to Isak. Isak's touch is terrible, though, and he's lost the ball. And now Murillo again. Aina. That's not a good ball by him. Bruno. It's a Forest throw. Bruno is not very happy with that, and now he has a little... Ryan Yates already in there, Billy, winding Bruno up.
Yep.
Milenkovic back to Matt Sells, who's had a very... I don't think we've mentioned him at all.
No pressure either. Allowed to just kick it away as he wanted.
Yeah. Byrne manages to win the ball ahead of Chris Wood. Miley now. Livramento, got to be careful here. Comes across the field, and he's lost the ball. Lost the ball, and here's Hudson-Odoi. Tries to play it right for great tackle again, Lewis Hall.
Yeah.
Oh, dear me. I mean, Livramento nearly lost it once, Billy, and should have released it there. See? And then he should have released it. Tries to take it a little bit further, and Alanga says, thank you very much. I'll take that.
Poor, wasn't it? Really poor.
Perfectly timed tackle, though, from Lewis Hall, Bill. Perfectly timed.
Outstanding, isn't he? Defensively in attack.
Yeah.
Just the whole package, he really is.
In comes the corner again. Oh, and it's just wide. My goodness me, how close was that from Murillo?
Well, that would have made for an interesting last 10 minutes, wouldn't it?
Oh, that could not have missed by much, Billy. Certainly got good contact on it. And that's just, I mean, Nick Pope was rooted to the spot there if that was on target. Oh, that's just wide. But look at Tonali pulling his shirt and all.
Yep.
Dan Robinson says Forest going to injure our players. The referee is allowing it.
We certainly allowed Aina to get away with murder. That's no doubt about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Nick Pope now with the goal kick for Newcastle. Still lead 4-2. Come to 11 minutes left of normal time. Forest, though, have completely dominated this second half. But now a chance for Harvey Barnes to run with it on the right-hand side. Barnes cuts inside, lays it to Isak, back to Harvey Barnes. Barnes can't get through the wall, though, but Bruno comes in, taken down. No, says the referee. And Forest come away with it again.
It's what they wanted.
Great work by Tonali. Tonali then taken out late, but the referee doesn't blow his whistle again.
Yeah, no advantage from it.
How the hell? But this is the type of game that suits Nottingham Forest at the minute. Long ball again floated in towards Chris Wood. Livramento, calm as you like, for Nick Pope. And picks the ball up. And Nick Pope's certainly in no rush at the minute to get the play back underway. Coming up to 10 minutes to go in normal time, Bill.
Yeah, it's been a really, really poor second half, hasn't it?
Headed on by Byrne. And the problem is, you saw the adrenaline's rushing after the first half performance, and then...
Referee.
And then you sort of... you're winning 4-2, and you think, yeah, great, but you're flat because it's been such a flat second half.
Yeah.
I mean, if this second half turns up against Liverpool, they'll destroy us.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Anyway, we do have a free kick now in the centre circle after Bruno was hauled to the floor by Sangare, and he will take the free kick for Newcastle. Probably look for Byrne on the edge of the box. It's over his head, though, and cleared. Kristen Kari, who's been a member for 18 months now on the channel. When will Botman be back? Byrne is playing poorly. I hope very soon. Oh, that's a foul, referee.
Referee.
And Alanga once again puts his hands up in the air to act all innocent when we know he isn't. Yeah, that's not quite a shoulder check, Alanga. That was sort of in the back. And Bruno will take this free kick just inside the Forest half. Drills it out to the left-hand side looking for Isak and finds him. Oh, how well did he bring that ball down there, but he's offside. Oh, dear God. Brilliant piece of control by Isak, Billy, but should never have been offside.
No.
Milenkovic launches it forward again for Forest, but there's too much pace on that, and it's gone all the way through to Nick Pope. And he gets on with it, rolls it out to Fabian Schär. Not a great ball, but Isak's picked it up. And now Gordon looks for the run of Isak down the left, gets in front of Aina, gets to the ball first. Isak looking to right down by the byline now, rolls it back for Bruno. Miley with a shooting chance, but doesn't take it, gives it to Barnes. Barnes onto his left, blocked shot.
Why is he trying to cut back onto his left foot when he's right-footed?
Who knows, Billy?
I mean, when he's on the left-hand side, what does he do? Cuts inside on his right.
Yeah, I would have expected him just to take a touch and hit it there, Billy, but he decided to come inside. Here's Dan Byrne. Gordon. Strange ball that by Gordon, but Livramento did really well. Will 1477, who's been a member for 19 months on the channel. Hello, everyone. Keep up the good work, everyone involved with TTR. Hopefully, Isak can nab his hat-trick. Well, I mean, he's never looked like it in the second half. I don't think we've even had a shot, have we?
Brilliant.
Have we had a shot in the second half, Bill?
No. Oh, we had the head of him share, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, they hit right at the start, wasn't it?
Oh,
my connection's just frozen, Billy, if you want to take over.
Yeah, well, Owen's got it deep in his own half, and he's been robbed by Isak. Isak's going in towards the penalty area, gets in the penalty area. Owen recovers really well and gets the ball off Isak. And then dives, tries to get a free kick, and the ref buys it. Free kick to Forest in their own penalty area.
Cheating bastards. Cheating bastards, Billy.
Which has already been taken, and now it's in the arms of Matt South takes it again. And Murillo has it. Deep in the Forest half. Swings it out here for Gibbs White, kicks inside to Tonali. Plays it in forward there to Ryan Yates. Yates approaching Newcastle penalty area, wide, little 1-2. Tonali's gone with him. Yates touches, he's right at the byline, wins a throw in off Lewis Hall. It's Bruno, in fact, with a tackle.
I think it's the broadcast from the ground has gone a bit funny here for me, Billy. It's not the thing itself; it's just locked up and needs to release itself.
Forest taking the time with this throwing, but it's going to be a long one, it looks like, from Aina.
Dr. House, who's been a member for 23 months on the channel, absolutely insane how different both halves have been today for Newcastle. Great commentary as always.
In the air Pope comes and punches it away. Recovered by, well, they've tackled themselves there, but they get away with it. Brilliant play from Milenkovic. Wide it goes to Aina. Cross will come in. He cuts inside Lewis Hall. Cross looking for Chris Wood, who heads it wide. It's not Wood, it's Milenkovic. And wide it goes. Free header.
I mean, there's nothing that can prepare you for how bad this second half has been. You know what I mean? When you're winning the game so well.
Should have been better there. Really should have been better. It was a free header.
Well, Murillo had a chance from that header earlier on as well, Billy. So, bloody Nora, man. Honestly. Just keep going, Billy, because I'm still off.
Yeah. Nothing. And Callum Wilson is about to enter the fray.
Oh,
there's a bit for Alexander Isak, no doubt. I would think it could be for Anthony Gordon, I guess. But Isak is holding the small of his back, so
probably going to be Isak. That's all we need. Isak to be missing.
Is Bruno ball forward for Isak? He's getting beaten to it by Murillo and Forest on the attack again. Aina trying to get past Anthony Gordon and passes up the line to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi cuts inside Hall and Bruno brings him down, free kick to Forest just inside the Forest half, the Newcastle half, sorry. And it is Isak for Wilson, in fact.
It is Isak. Oh, dear. Well, let's hope that's not, is he...
He looks all right.
He looks all right. Cool. Dreadful second half. Absolute bollocks. Absolute bollocks.
It's been really, really poor. And despite us winning, it feels flat, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You know, you have such a brilliant first half, and then you see a performance like this in the second when you've got Liverpool coming up, and you think, well, have they took the foot off the gas for energy purposes, thinking of the game on Wednesday? However, that's not this isn't a performance that you'd say that they're saving energy.
Ball taken down the line, so Hudson-Odoi got the cross comes in. It's a fantastic cross, but it goes all the way across goal. Will be a Newcastle throw-in on the right-hand side. Great cross from Hudson-Odoi. No one made a gamble to try and get to it. Good free kick move from Forest, actually. It's a brilliant cross, and no one's gambled. And had they knew that they'd have surely scored.
Yeah.
3 minutes to go, plus added time.
Well, I've got it back, Billy, but the one I'm having to watch is about a minute behind. So you keep the commentary, and then I'll see the incident later on. I've just seen that cross whipped across the box there.
Fabian Schär gets a foot in, and Livramento nods it further forward. Chance here for Wilson. Didn't really make any contact. Handball from Ryan Yates, and will be a free kick to Newcastle United.
You know what, Billy? I mean, that cross there from Hudson-Odoi, Forest have had a lot of chances to get back in this game since they went to 4-2. They've had Murillo's header, Milenkovic's header that he should have scored there. I agree with you. He should have scored. It's a poor miss. And then that cross from Hudson-Odoi, Jesus, wept.
Well, Lewis Hall's got player of the match on Sky anyway.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
First in all the decent algorithms, which is fantastic.
Yeah, he's been standout today, Lewis Hall, definitely.
Nick Pope will take the free kick halfway inside the Newcastle half. Lumps it forward, looking for Miley. Miley gets a flick onto it. Wilson's beaten to it, though, by Milenkovic, who hooves it down the pitch. Chris Wood gets a flick on. Livramento clears. Little header again from Miley. Outstanding in the air, Miley.
Yeah.
Just a lob forward there from Forest. Livramento's header's poor. And Forest can come over attack, but great tackle coming in there from Tonali. Kept it in as well and plays it down looking for Wilson. Wilson's been a menace and wins the ball here. No, he doesn't. He's strengthened off it by Milenkovic. Ball looking for the run of Gibbs-White. Cover comes in from Dan Burn and nods out for a throw-in to Forest, level with the penalty area.
It's crazy. Crazy second half. Keep subscribing, guys. Bottom right-hand corner. Come and be part of this amazing community here. And don't forget to hit the like button as well if you are enjoying the commentary.
Forest looking dangerous here. Cross comes in. Good header back from Bruno covering. Needed to do it. Goes out for a throw-in now. Forest really pushing here. We're in the final minute of normal time. And there's a cross going to come in from Gibbs White looking for Chris Wood. And Nick Pope has to palm over the bar. It was a cross between a cross and a shot. Nick Pope was alert to it and just knocked over the bar. I don't think he was trying to score. It was a cross, mishit, but luckily for us, Nick Pope was alive to it, and it will be a corner kick to Forest.
I don't think Forest have any choice but to go for it now, very late in the game. I mean, 5 minutes added on, do you reckon, Billy?
Yes, well, something like that. Cross comes in. Oh, it's foul too. Cleared off the line, and it's a goal. It's Ryan Yates scored.
You are kidding me.
4-3 to Newcastle United, but terrible defending.
My God almighty.
Terrible defending.
What is going on? What the fuck is going on? I mean...
Who's that that's cleared it? It's Cher. Cher with a powder puff clearance straight to Ryan Yates, who can't miss.
Well, I'm just going to see it again. He's having a Barney with Bruno there before. Oh, that is terrible. Fabian Cher blocked it, but do we know how much additional time is yet, Billy?
No, we're in that added time, but they haven't put the number. It's 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
3
minutes.
Oh, I thought there'd be more than that. The Forest will be fuming at that, by the way. Dear me. That's shambolic defending that, like. Just all over the place.
Tonali just lumped it down the pitch to Wilson, who turns on it, does really well. Going to lose it though, because no one shouted man onto him. Sangari robbed him. And now it's with Murillo, who's going to lump it forward. Goes for Williams down the right-hand side for Forest. Barnes trying to get back level with him. Just do. Oh, he's fouled. Gibbs White in the box. Cross to the far post. Header is a really poor one, and it'll be a goal kick.
Jesus.
And Yates wants a penalty. I don't know what for.
Dear me, how?
I mean, the surrounding referee wanted a penalty, yeah. Who knows why? I mean, it's ridiculous. Let's have a look at this. The cross to the far post. I mean, Yates should have scored. He's got a free header.
Yeah.
Well, what's Gordon done there?
Wow.
This could be a penalty.
You're joking.
Gordon's coming from behind him and slipped. Is it really influenced play? I'm not sure. I think VAR will look at this. I've
just seen it now. Gordon's gone down injured, hasn't he? He's looking like he's injured to try and deflect the situation.
Nothing's been given, so
nothing. Okay. Nick Thornton with a super chat. Lazy, arrogant, and completely mismanaged. Well, I mean, I'll tell you something.
Wilson checks it down. It's cleared. And Forest with probably the last chance to get an equaliser. Tonali wins the ball, and there's a chance here for Wilson. Wilson's through. He's got one defender coming back. Wilson, can he go past him? Cuts inside him. Brilliant defending from Sangari. Takes it off his foot. And now it's Sangari again in his penalty area. Wilson pressurises him, but Sangari gets it away onto the head of Lewis Hall, who lets it go out fantastically. Calm defended from Lewis Hall in the last 15 seconds of the game, thank goodness.
Keith Bell saying, why are people complaining? 4-2 against Forest, surely a good result. It's 4-3, mate, and we played dreadfully in the second half. This is nothing to do with energy conservation either.
No, it's not. Anyway, Lewis Hall taking his time. We're over the added time. Referee just play on now. Flick on, looking for Chris Wood. Chris Wood flicks it on further. Head goes forward. Livermore should clear this and does. That should be it, really. Now the referee's going to play further on. We have 93 and 19 in, and his referee is playing on.
Jesus Christ.
Good turn from Murillo past Wilson. Good pressure from Bruno, though. Bruno forces it back. Inas chips one down the line where Gibbs White is there. Cross comes in from Gibbs White. It's a good one. Great. It's going to fall for Tonali, who hoofs it clear. Referee still playing on. 93 minutes, long distance shot. And it might fall for Forest. It doesn't. Miley with a great tackle. Tonali calming things down. Referee's allowing it to go on. There's a big melee. In the end, it's cleared. And he's still playing on. And Wilson is on his own. Going towards goal. He's got Milenkovic coming towards him. Wilson, what's he going to do? He can square it. Should have squared it for Gordon, who'd made all the efforts to get into the penalty area. But I think the referee has blown up for full time, and indeed he has.
Yes. So we do get 3 points, guys, but
What a hollow
bloody
victory.
hell. I mean, you talk about taking the sting out of it. Newcastle United have just completely just folded in that half, Billy. Literally folded it and just said to Nottingham Forest, well, you know, come on, give us a game. And they've just fell apart, Billy. It's been absolutely rank.
Do you know what? We've won 4-3, and I feel as bad as I did last Saturday.
It was
that
terrible.
That was dreadful.
Jesus, that is nothing to do with energy conservation, by the way. Anybody says that, you are completely wrong, because that was not, you know, like we did, you know, back in the winning streak when we were seeing games out. That was nothing like that today. That was just bollocks in the second half. Shameful stuff. Alex, it finishes 4-3, but that second half, I mean, from the high of the first to the absolute woes of the second.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to be careful not to put all my misplaced anger onto Callum Wilson for being an absolute muppet in that final 10 minutes. We could have had 2 or 3 goals. He could have took it to the corner flag. He could have done anything else but whatever that was. But it's not all about Callum. So terrible second half. Back four, specifically the 2 centre halves, were absolutely diabolical, useless from Fabian Schär and Dan Burn. Dan Burn has been playing out of his skin this season. This was his worst game this year. That was shocking from Dan Burn. A little bit too cocky at times, trying to dribble out from defence, trying to get right-footed killer balls through the middle. Dan Burn, mate, you're a left-footed centre half. Calm down and just do the basics properly. We're trying to keep it tidy at the back. Fabian Schär as well, just absolutely useless today. Fantastic win, fantastic 3 points, great first half, really good attacking play, but the centre half partnership is concerning, really concerning. So good and bad points from today, but it is 3 points.
Paul World says, "Bottlers, we won the game, you muppets." Andy says, "For fuck's sake, we won." Yeah, but why can't you people, right, just understand how bad we were in the second half? Yes, we won the game. Of course, we're delighted we won the game. But how can you be so good in that first half and what was said in the second to play like that in the second half? We go to Liverpool on Wednesday and we play like that in the second half, we will get absolutely hammered, undoubtedly. So don't take your fucking blinkers off, everybody, and just see the facts. Brilliant first half, stunning first half. Second half, embarrassing that we allowed Nottingham Forest to get back into it and become 1 goal away from getting an equalizer, which they should have done. They should have scored a few more in that second half. I mean,
conceding 3 goals at home deserves some criticism. Like, absolutely. 3 goals against Nottingham Forest at home is a lot to concede.
Honestly, it's like nobody's allowed to say anything negative. Yes, we won the game, but you've got to ask questions what was said in that dressing room as to why we were so bad second half when we got a huge game with Liverpool. Why can't we just go out there, win the game, and win it comfortably by scoring a couple more goals, putting it out of sight of Forest? Instead, the performance, the passing, the movement, the defending, it was ranked bad in that second half. Ranked bad. But why?
Yeah, well, there was some concerning things with corners. Defensive corners have suddenly gone down the toilet. We've gone from being the best team in the league for defending corners to, I feel like we could concede from any corner. It's really, really concerning. And some of the play, I mean, people will talk about Eddie Howe, but I think 3 or 4 of the big mistakes today is not down to Eddie Howe and the coaching staff. You know, Eddie Howe's not telling Jacob Murphy to just go and drive centrally in front of your back four when your DM's not there for the first goal for Forest. He won't have told Dan Burn, please, can you go and dribble out from centre half and use your right foot? Like some of these decisions, individual decisions from players are shocking and they need to get cut out. Needs to be a little bit more less flamboyant. Just keep it basic when we need to keep a game in check. And it's
but what Eddie Howe can do is that. So he's seen Dan Burn do that 4 or 5 times. He could have took him off, couldn't he?
Well, he's not going to take him off. We've not got the players for that. I don't think that's a fair call.
Graft on, and you could have
Graft on.
He's never going to do that. He's not going to do that.
But why? Leave a player on who's making mistake after mistake after mistake.
Yeah.
Well, we can see now exactly why Botman is the guy going forward and why we were trying to push for a right-sided centre-half. So the centre-halves, as we've been telling everybody all season when we've been playing well, this is in theory, our second-string centre-half pairing. Like, we're meant to have Botman plus a new guy. That was the crack all along. That was what we tried to do in the summer. It's not happened yet, but the two of them, Dan Burn, to credit to Dan Burn, he's been fantastic for most of the season. He's been very good, but he was really poor today. And Fabian Schär is just continuing. Like, I don't care if he has a good header from a corner and he looks a bit flashy sometimes. He's not doing the basics of defending well anymore, and it's every week, and it's really concerning. And I think he's very lucky Emil Kraft didn't play today.
Well, we've got a few super chats in. Just let me find where we're up to here. Nathan Williams with a super chat, and we've got George. That must have been the worst second half from us ever. Stoic Protector says the game is won good. However, the second half was completely destroyed by the halftime team talk and strategic change. The way to win consistently is to play with the same attitude all game long. Case Ball says centre backs thinking there are Barsi and Ramos. Marius, member for 25 months, says you people. Yeah, the you people I'm talking about was the people that are trying to say, well, we won. You've got to look at the game in the whole context. Yes, we won, but the game, you have to talk about the whole game. I'm talking about those people. Neza, member for 7 months, says worst second half ever. Liverpool will hammer us if we play like that. Spikes is great first half to shit second, question marks. Carlisle Tuna, awful. Burn nearly cost us the game. Anyhow, in-game management poor. Should have made changes sooner. Nathan again with another super chat. Dan Burn is a shocking player. Stop with the hype. Nick Thornton says the mismanagement of that second half is alarming. And Keith Truscott says subs did us. Barnes was hopeless. Contributed naff all. Schär should have to come off too. I think it should have been Burn, not Schär, that came off. But I mean, Billy, I didn't. Barnes, I mean, he got the ball once in the penalty area, should have hit it with his right, but decided to cut on his weaker foot.
Yeah, just odd, wasn't it? Really, really odd what he did there. So nothing from him in the South me can play on the right hand side, if I'm perfectly honest.
Yeah.
You know, he played like an inverted winger despite having the foot, his best foot on the outside of the pitch. So just made no sense and didn't really help defensively either. At all.
Tommy says people's lack of footwork with and without the ball shows. Pope's lack of footwork with and without the ball shows he is not a starter right now. How was not right to start him?
I don't understand how Nick Pope started this game. It was bizarre, very strange.
Davy Platt, hang on a second. Davy Platt, member for 17 months, says get in. And Keith Longworth with a super chat says second half was terrible. What happened in the dressing room at half time? And Martin Suter, member for 9 months, says, brilliant that we won, but that second half, oh my gosh, on we go to Anfield. Yeah, it is fantastic we won, and we did get the 3 points. And we were superb in that first half.
I mean, that second half, though, was as bad as what we saw at Man City last week. It was as bad.
Yeah. It was.
Collectively, like I think Nick Pope in that game has made as many mistakes in this one game as Dubravka has made in the last 2 months collectively, which is embarrassing.
Yeah. I mean, look, the first half, why we didn't play with the same flow and intensity that we did in the second than we did in the first. I don't get why that changed. It was a very strange, very subdued second half. And I can understand in a way us going out there trying to manage the game. Absolutely. But when you're playing against Forest, who can score goals, that game is never over. And we should have made sure. But instead, I don't understand, Billy, how our passing got so poor and ball control got so poor.
Well, once we give Forest a sniff of it, they were up for it, weren't they? They got close to us and pressurised us more. But yeah, it's just a really, really sloppy.
Well, it's no different to the recent games, none at all. The only difference is the attack clicked today, but the defense has been the same as it has been for the last few weeks.
Yeah,
it's just that we've been let off because we've got one of the best strikers on the planet Gordon's fantastic. Murphy, when he's on his day, is really positive from the right wing. So it's the front three that have essentially won us 3 points today, because the defence are just as poor as they've been for a little while. I think Lewis Hall is probably the only person that can hold his head high. Tino was okay, but there was lost the ball in a couple of moments, but then the centre halves were diabolical. So we've gone from being, we just have go through phases where we're one of the best defensive teams in the league, then we're one of the best attacking teams in the league, then it swaps back. It's bizarre. We need to find some balance.
There were some plus points in the game there. I thought Miley and Willett were fantastic. I thought Hall was fantastic. And our attacking three, as Stato says, was very dangerous first half.
There was absolutely some plus points, no doubt about it. I mean, listen, if we can play like that in the first half consistently for a game, then that's when we are untouchable. There's no doubt about that. Some of the movement and play in that first half was brilliant, absolutely breathtaking stuff. But I mean, I don't know whether complacency slipped in or what. I don't know. It's hard to judge in a game like that. But you kind of think, right? Yeah, you can understand the game management side of it, but that wasn't game management. That was just sloppy. And, it puts a little sort of a dampener on things. Even though we've won the game, you have to look forward to the Liverpool game and think, well, if we play like that in the second half, we are going to get battered. And I'm sorry, but even though we won today, you have to worry about our centre-backs against Liverpool. Mm-hmm. You have to. Yes. Because, like Stato said, the defence is still not performing. We look really shaky at the centre-back. And you have to worry about what Liverpool could do to us. Nick Thornton says, Pope, Share and Burn at Anfield terrifies me.
I think he'll go to a back five.
Do you?
Mm.
Yeah, he's got to. He's got to go to a back five. We can't line up with that back four at Anfield. We'll get murdered. We've conceded 7 goals in the last 2 games, and we have to go to Anfield. Not a chance. We'll get absolutely murdered if we play that back four.
Yeah.
With Pope. It's got to be a back five with Dubravka, hands down.
I mean, look, entertainment-wise for the neutral, you see a 4-3 game, you think, wow, what a game that was. But it was definitely a tale of two halves. There is no doubt. It's a cliche, but it was a game of two halves today. Newcastle dominated the first half from start to finish. Just a mistake cost us a goal. And then being 4-1 up at half-time, and then going into the second, you're expecting Newcastle to either keep the same performance or just see the game out. But dear God, we were all over the place. Susan Fagan with a super chat says, Byrne had the worst game I've seen in ages. But come on, people, saying he's not good enough after one game is ridiculous. Byrne usually is superb. It's whole team's complacency that was the issue.
Yeah, I don't actually. I agree with that. I do agree with that. We were definitely complacent second half. Once they scored, then it wasn't just about complacency. It was about bottle, really. And I think we kind of got lucky, really, in the end.
Yeah. I mean, we saw that Forest second goal coming a mile away.
Yeah.
We sat back off them. We let them have the ball, and they played really well. And it was just a really poor second half. But we've won the game. And at the end of the day, history will show that we won the game. You won't look back and say, oh, we were lucky to win it, but we won the game. And
it's put us up to 5th place. So 44 points, 5th place. One thing that's a little bit frustrating about this is we're back up to a +10 goal difference. Forest are on +11. So if we hadn't have bottled a couple of goals, we'd have been above them on goal difference. And goal difference could be important this year with the 5th place potentially being Champions League. So we are out of the top 7. We do have the lowest goal difference with +10. The rest are all above us. So it could have been a nice little sweetener having the 3 points and a decent goal difference buff. But it is what it is. We are up to 5th. We're still well on track points wise. It's just defensive issues looking a little bit bleak.
Somebody's having a dig at us for saying, "Oh, you're all about having opinions, but when you disagree."
We've conceded 7 goals in 2 games, mate.
Right.
Regardless, I don't really care what your opinion is on that. 7 goals conceded in 2 matches.
But everybody is entitled to an opinion, but we don't have to agree with your opinion. You're entitled to it, but we don't have to agree, do we?
Well, if his opinion is that conceding 7 goals is fine, then I disagree with it. You're allowed it, but I still think it's silly.
But
it's
then
mental.
Nathan, who he watches the channel a lot, but he always comes in with sarky comments saying, "Oh, you're new here, get used to it. It's all the time, mate." Sometimes I wonder why you bother watching, Nathan, because you come out with some really good points sometimes, and then you stab us in the back with stupid comments like that. Does my head in. If you don't like it, don't go and watch someone else. Honestly, pathetic, man. But it's not like you have to agree with everybody's opinion. You can disagree and explain why you disagree. You don't have to be nasty or anything about it. Yes, you're entitled to an opinion, but I'm not going to sit here and say that everything was rosy in the garden today, because it bloody wasn't.
Absolutely not.
And if you think it was, then I'm sorry, you're watching the wrong game. It wasn't. It's 7 goals conceded. We let Nottingham Forest right back into that game by just sitting off them. And you have to ask what was said in that dressing room at half-time, because we came out with no fire. And that's the problem, Billy. There was no fire there.
It's not just that. It was. You could see it coming. You could see them scoring, and he didn't do a lot to kind of stop that, did he?
No, I don't want to put this all on the halftime team talk. I think that's bananas to do that. I think a lot of it is individual player choices and decisions. We were playing like scared, like a scared team. There was maybe when the subs were made, Tonali looked fine, but a lot of the others looked super shaky. Lewis Hall was fine as well. Everybody just looked really, really scared under pressure, and we were 4-2 up at that point. There was no reason to be playing so panicked. It was really odd. Even the neutral commentary was stating that point, and they've got no stake in the black and white. They were being honest in it and just saying we look really panicky on the ball, and we did. That's neutral and biased opinions.
Yeah. By the way, my arrogance is off the charts, guys. Did you see that? Off the charts.
Yeah, just don't read those out anymore.
Oh, I like to, because I laugh at them. It's funny. Susan Fagan says, this is where, despite the incredible coaching and management, the lack of having depth in positions has hurt us. 3 transfer windows, lack of backing. I agree with that. You know, I mean, you look to see where things can be changed around, and it was very, very difficult. Very difficult. Anyway, are you doing a podcast?
I can't, unfortunately.
I will jump on and do begrudgingly a breakdown of that 7-goal, whatever that was.
Yeah.
Thriller.
If we do have a Patreon podcast, ladies and gentlemen, it is support the channel as well that way. We do lots of stuff away from the camera on there. The link to that Patreon is down in the description, but obviously Alex will put it out on socials as well, so you can click on his link and have a look at it and join up if you fancy that. I will be doing an immediate reaction on YouTube as well to the game. But look, it's 3 points. We're up to 5th. We move on now to Anfield on Wednesday. Lots of talking points from the game, as there normally is with Newcastle United. Thanks, Nathan. Is that what you're laughing at, Billy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheers, buddy. But yeah, we move forward to Anfield in what will be a very, very difficult game. Questions were asked today, but we also saw some fantastic play in the first half, which just proves that we can play some really good stuff. We need to now make sure that it is consistent and we don't get complacent with anything. We need to bounce and play a strong game against Liverpool on Wednesday. But we will be back tomorrow night with the match review and the player ratings, so we'll dive into it more. But get yourself over to Patreon and obviously my reaction on YouTube. I'll put that out on socials when it is there. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, guys. We won 4-3. We're up to 5th. How are the lads? See you soon.
How are the lads and lasses?
Come back and check out some green.